A dreary, cloudy day here in Santa Clarita where the Cougars will be seeking a series sweep of the West Los Angeles Wildcats here today at Cougar Field. Hi, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Cougars Insider pregame coverage for College of the Canyons men's baseball. For Matt Robinson, I'm Matt Frieda, and so far this week for College of the Canyons, it's been 2 games and 2 victories. The Cougars taking the first 2 games of this 3-game set with a 6-5 victory on Tuesday and a 5-0 shutout of West Los Angeles on Thursday. The Cougars now looking for the sweep and what would mark their 4th consecutive conference victory dating back to last Saturday against Antelope Valley. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first 2 games of the series. On Tuesday, the Cougars lineup off to a sluggish start in Game 1, trailing 4-1 in the 5th inning. But Mikey Kane woke the offense from its slumber. A solo homer to dead central, his 5th long ball of the season, cuts the deficit to 4-2. Cougars now trailing 5-3 in the 8th would load the bases for Kane, a high chopper to the West Los Angeles third baseman George Eves, who gets the force out on Jovan Camacho, but his throw to first wild and goes up the line at first. 2 runs would come around to score on the error, and the Cougars would tie the game. 2 batters later, it was Steven Gonzalez with the flare into right center field that chases home Mikey Kane with the go-ahead run, and it's Xavier Stoker and Josh Yosfan who would close out the 9th with a 1-2-3 inning to give the Cougars a 6-5 victory. Game 2 on Thursday in West Los Angeles, the Cougars coming out swinging early. First inning, bases loaded, and it's Andy Ambrose with a 2-run single to give the Cougars an early 2-0 lead. Next inning, Mikey Kane, when you're hot, you are hot. Kane, another homer, his 2nd in as many games. This one of the 2-run variety, Cougars up 4-0. College of the Canyons sending Brandon Whiting out to the mound for that game, and he was money good. Whiting 6 innings pitched, just 5 hits, 4 walks, and 0 runs on the day. Xavier Stoker would come on to work 3 scoreless innings in relief and earn the save as the Cougars get the shutout victory 5-0. So here are some of the numbers now from the first 2 games. The Cougars 11 runs on 19 hits and playing clean baseball, just 2 errors in the first 2 games of the series so far. The Wildcats, meanwhile, just 5 runs all coming in Tuesday's game, and they've been a little sloppy with the baseball. 5 errors in the series, a big reason COC was able to mount their comeback in Tuesday's game. Coming up next, Who's Hot? A look at the conference standings and a preview of the Cougars' upcoming schedule. You're watching Cougars Insider pregame baseball coverage leading up to first pitch of the series finale between College of the Canyons and West Los Angeles at 1 o'clock. Don't go.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Welcome back to Cougars Insider. Who's hot? Well, is that really even a question? Mikey Kane with 2 homers in College of the Canyons' first 2 wins in the series. Overall, Kane is 3 for 8 with 2 bombs, 4 RBIs, 2 walks, and 4 runs scored for the Cougars. That's who's hot for College of the Canyons. And now let's take a look at the Cougars' upcoming schedule. The Cougars will look to complete the sweep of West Los Angeles here today before welcoming in Glendale College, who are the current leaders and undefeated in conference play so far this year. Tuesday, April 5th, the Cougars will host the Vaqueros for the opening game of that series. COC will then travel to Glendale on Thursday, April 7th for Game 2, before concluding the final game of the series on Friday, April 8th, again here at Cougar Field in Santa Clarita. And speaking of conference play, let's take a look at the standings in the Western State Conference. Glendale, as we mentioned, atop of the standings and undefeated in conference play, riding a 12-game winning streak pending the results of this weekend. And don't look now, but here come the Cougars. 4 straight conference wins. They've jumped into second place at 7-4, tied with Citrus College, LA Valley, LA Mission, and Antelope Valley, all deadlocked at 5 and 6, are tied for third, and Bakersfield and West Los Angeles are sitting at the bottom, both at 2 and 9. And so that's going to do it for this edition of Cougars Insider. College of the Canyons looking to put the finishing touches on a sweep of West Los Angeles here this afternoon. We'll have starting lineups and the call here on College of the Canyons Athletics YouTube channel. For our entire team here, I'm Matthew Frieda. First pitch between College of the Canyons and West Los Angeles is coming up next. Enjoy the game, everybody.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Well, hi, everybody, and welcome back into the Cougar Sports Network as we get you ready for first pitch here from College of the Canyons. Matt Robinson alongside Matthew Frieda as we get ready to go. COC in West Los Angeles, game number 3. Cougars trying to clean up a sweep and win 3 in a row against West Los Angeles. We'll give you the starting lineups for Roger Hill, the head coach of West Los Angeles. Nathan Nakaza getting the start in the leadoff spot in left field. Jesus Sanchez, the shortstop in the 2 spot. Kai Hirschberger, the right fielder, batting third. Then George Eves, the third baseman in the 4 spot. Kobe Estrada, the DH today, batting 5th. Tristan Gallegos, the first baseman, hitting 6th. Danny Gill in the 7 spot, playing center field. Fernando Gonzalez, the catcher, batting 8th. And Johnny Soto, batting 9th for West Los Angeles and playing second base. They will face Kyle Kopp getting the ball today for Chris Cota and the College of the Canyons Cougars. Kopp this year 4-2 on the season with a .675 earned run average. This will be his 8th start of the season. Has gone 33 1/3 innings pitched this year. He's given up 50 hits, 30 runs, just 25 of those earned. 12 walks and 16 strikeouts on the year. As defensively for College of the Canyons today, Doyle Kane will play at first base. Alex Ballesteros will be the second baseman. Mikey Kane, the third baseman. Andy Ambrose at short. Tafton Hensley drawing back into the lineup today will play left field. Then Jovan Camacho in center, Ryan Camacho in right, and Alex Garcia behind the dish, working as the battery along with Kyle Kopp. As we are just about ready to get underway here on a Saturday, on a little bit of interesting weather here on a Saturday, unexpected. Thought it was going to be a little nicer out today, but the sun quite has not poked out from the clouds as of yet. So a cloudy and a little cool day, but hopefully it'll heat up here as the afternoon wears on. Sun starts to maybe burn through the clouds.
Leading off of the West Los Angeles College Wildcats and batting first, number 10, left fielder
As Nathan Nakaza will lead things off. Nakaza 313 on the year, 30 hits so far this year, 23 runs scored, has hit 2 home runs and 14 runs batted in. As he will lead things off against Kyle Kopp. First pitch going to be 1:01 in the afternoon, just a minute later than the scheduled start time, and the first pitch swung on and fouled away. 61 degrees at first pitch, cloudy, but I'm, like we said, hoping the sun will burn through some of the clouds as the day wears on. Other than that, absolutely gorgeous wind-wise as this one hit on the ground right back up the middle. A leadoff single for Nakaza. I'm the leadoff runner aboard for West Los Angeles here in the first inning.
And Nakaza continues his strong series for West Los Angeles. Came into this game 4 for 10 in the first 2 and leads things off with a single here for West Los Angeles.
They'll bring in Jesus Sanchez, the shortstop, batting .263 on the year. So Kopp gives up a leadoff single. Sanchez shows bunt on the first pitch, drags it back, and takes a strike. Sanchez in the series so far, 3 for 8. Had a couple of hits here at COC, including a double on Tuesday. Went 1 for 4 at West LA on Thursday. West LA has been struggling at home this year, 0-13 at home, 5-7 on the road, trying to pick up another road win and just pick up their third conference win of the year. As it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count with a runner on first. For Sanchez, 10 runs batted in, no home runs so far this year. He's had 8 extra base hits as this one on the ground up the left side foul. That'll make the count 1-2.
Kopp coming off his most recent outing against Antelope Valley on March 26th. The solid 7 innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. Gave his team a chance to win as the Cougars ended up taking the victory that afternoon, 13-6.
Yeah, Kopp's been the Saturday starter for most of the years. He gets Sanchez on strikes and a good fastball on the outside. First strikeout of the day for Kopp, first out here of the first inning.
Number 14,
1 down, and Kai Hirschberger coming up.
Kai Hirschberger.
Cougar starting pitching, big reason for their little winning streak here, including these last 2 games against West Los Angeles. On Tuesday, Albert Prado with a solid 4+. And on Thursday, it was Whiting, who had 7 shutout innings.
His first pitch to Hirschberger, hit on the ground. Kane will pick it up on 1 hop, throws to second to his brother for 1. Not in time at first, as over-covering was the pitcher Kyle Kopp. But they get the lead runner, so fielder's choice for Hirschberger. Nakaza cut down 3-6 for the second out of the inning.
Batting fourth.
And a nice aggressive play there by Doyle
baseman
Gain,
George
charging on that
Eves.
hopper and getting the lead runner at second. Looked for a second. He might not have the opportunity to make that play, but knew he had plenty of time.
West LA stays free swinging. First pitch swinging for Hirschberger that time, and he grounds out, or grounds into a fielder's choice. Now George Eves, who's batting 167 on the year, takes a called strike and finds himself behind in the count. Eves so far this series just 2 for 6. Had a couple of hits on Tuesday here at College of the Canyons, but went 0 for 3 at home the other day as Kappa slow move over to first to keep Hirschberger close. Hirschberger this year 1 for 1 on the bases. West LA, not a team that runs a lot, same as College of the Canyons. We've talked about it a lot here on the Cougar Sports Network. COC's inability to throw out runners at times, and really they don't challenge back with base runners themselves trying to steal, rather let their lineup do the work at the plate. As this one fouled away, makes it 0-2 here to Eves.
That's right, Matt. And the Cougars, a team that's somewhat relying on the long ball, 6th in the league with 25 home runs, and not really prone to trying to take extra bases.
Good 0-2 pitch. Trying to get Eves to chase, could not. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. And you're right, Matt, the long ball has really been the story for COC this year. You look at Tafton Hensley with 8 home runs. Mikey Kane now with 6 on the year. A lot of the damage coming here at Cougar Field is that one called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 strikeouts in the first for Kopp. He gives up a leadoff single, and that is it. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left at the end of a half an inning. West LA nothing. College of the Canyons coming up. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Wasilla enters with an overall record of 5-20 on the season. Canyons is an even 13.
Home half of the first we go. College of the Canyons will send Ryan Camacho to lead things off, the right fielder today. Then Mikey Kane, the shortstop, followed by Doyle Kane, his brother at first base. Tafton Hensley, the left fielder, batting in the 4 spot, drawing back in the lineup for the first time in a couple of games. Good to see Tafton back out there. Then DJ Cougar will be the DH, coming back into his second straight start after missing a few in a row. I think it was 4 in a row. We'll have to check on the numbers there. Then Andy Ambrose, Alex Ballesteros, the second baseman, batting in the 7th spot. Alex Garcia, the catcher, in the 8th spot. And Jovan Camacho, the brother of Ryan, in the 9th spot, as he has been for most of the year. They will face Alexander Galvin, getting the start for West Los Angeles. 1-4 on the year with a .623 earned run average. This will be his 8th start of the season. He's gone 43 1/3 innings so far this year, giving up 35 runs, 30 earned. But a high strikeout to walk guy, 22 Ks, just 8 walks on the year. Has given up 55 hits, so prone to give up a few hits, and he'll get the start here against the Cougars.
Leading off for the Cougars and batting first, number 2, right fielder Ryan Camacho.
It'll be Ryan Camacho to lead things off, batting .296 on the year. Camacho, 32 hits, 22 runs scored, 2 home runs, and 14 runs batted in. Matt, you talked about the home runs being the key for the Cougars this year. You look up and down the lineup. You've got guys with home runs pretty much. I think we've got 5 guys in the lineup today with at least 1 home run this year. You talk about Tafton and Mikey with 6, Ryan with 2, Alex Ballesteros and Andy Ambrose each with 2. Doyle Kane has 1. I mean, you just find the long ball anywhere right now in the lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting Tafton Hensley back in this lineup only deepens it. No Steven Gonzalez today, but putting Tafton Hensley in that cleanup spot, not a bad addition there at all.
So the first pitch to Camacho was over for a strike as the lefty Galvin deals on a 1-0 pitch that misses away, makes the count 1 ball and 1 strike.
In defensive alignment for West Los Angeles, left field Nathan DeCaza, and center field is Danny Gill, getting his 3rd start in as many games, and right field Kai Hirschberger. Third base George Eves. At shortstop it's Jesus Sanchez. At second base it is Johnny Soto. At first base Tristan Gallegos. And the battery for the Wildcats, Johnny Soto, is catching Alexander Galvin on the mound.
It's actually Gonzalez that's catching. You said Soto twice. But I got you. That's why I'm here. Catch you when you fall a little bit.
Yeah, that's why we're a good team.
As the 1-1 pitch was over for a strike. So it makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Ryan Camacho. Camacho riding a 5-game hitting streak right now. Has 4 hits and 9 at-bats so far against West Los Angeles this week. 2 hits on Tuesday here at home. 2 hits on the road on Thursday in that 5-0 win. He's got a 2-2 count. Starting to find his rhythm once again. The 2-2 hit right back up the middle for a base hit, past a diving Galvin. And the leadoff runner aboard for College of the Canyons here in the first inning, as Ryan Camacho extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Camacho just looking comfortable in the batter's box right now. As you mentioned, that hitting streak he's on, but 2 hits on Thursday against West Los Angeles and continues the parade here today so far.
Here comes Mikey Kane, who is easily the hottest bat in the Cougar lineup right now. Has 3 hits and 8 at-bats so far this week against West Los Angeles. But Mikey batting .371 on the year, 36 hits in 97 at-bats this season. He scored 28 times. And then you talk about the power numbers. 6 home runs, 29 runs batted in. He's got 17 extra base hits in total on the season, including 8 doubles. The slugging percentage at .701 this year, Matt. He has just found a way each and every day in and out to get hits in big spots. As this one on the ground, Sanchez sliding, picks it up, throws to second for 1. They get the lead runner, so 1 away. Kane grounds into a fielder's choice. 1 down here in the first. And Doyle Kane coming to the plate.
Number 16, first
Slick
baseman,
play by
Doyle
Sanchez,
Kane.
darting to his right, slides down to 1 knee and presence of mind to get the lead runner Camacho at second for the first out.
And it's a tough play to get Camacho, who runs very well at second base on that ball, as it was quick down the line. And I'll bring in Doyle Kane, batting .316 on the year. 1 home run, 19 runs batted in. Doyle, who was pretty hot for a little while, is still pretty hot right now. He's talking about in his 4 of his last 5 games, he's had 3 hit games. 3 for 5 against West LA on the road the other day. Did go 0 for 5 here at home on Tuesday, but before that had 3 hits in all 3 games against Antelope Valley. So he's been pretty much red hot as you can be, other than his brother Mikey maybe.
And the Kane brothers have been featured in our Who's Hot in pregame coverage, and it was Doyle Kane leading into Tuesday's game, and as you mentioned, went 0 for 5 that day, but came back with a 3-hit effort on Thursday. If you could get both Kane brothers going right at the same time, what a boost to this lineup it would be for the Cougars.
As Doyle waits on a 2-0 pitch, they'll check on Mikey at first and keep him close. Mikey 3 for 5 on the bases this year. Doyle, the slugging percentage not quite as high as his brothers, hitting .459 in the slugging category at the plate. 9 doubles and a triple, including his 1 home run, so just 11 extra base hits. But you look, 31 hits on the year, second on the team behind Mikey, or third on the team actually behind Mikey and Ryan Camacho. And now that we look back up in terms of the hit category, and that's significant considering Doyle missed the first 4 games of the season, has played every game since. And has just been steady as she goes. A couple of games without a hit here and there, but most of the time at least finds one a ball game as he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike as a changeup over for a strike from the lefty Galvin.
And we've seen Galvin pay some attention to Mikey Kane over there at first, as well as Ryan Camacho before him. The Cougars, uncharacteristically, with
this one hit hard out into left field in the air. Going back is Nakaza and able to make the catch. Spun over his left shoulder first, kind of did a full 360 and came up to the ball. Found it in front of the left field fence as a hard hit ball from Doyle Kane, but it's scored as a fly out for the second out of the inning.
Number 27, left fielder.
That'll bring Tafton Hensley to the plate. It's good to see Tafton back in there. Missed the last 2 games. Did not play either game against West LA early in the week. Went 2 for 5 against Antelope Valley in his last game. Drawing back in today, Tafton hitting .346 with 8 home runs, 30 runs batted in to lead the team in both those categories. Has scored 24 times, has had 27 hits, slugging .744. So he and Mikey have been the damage doers for the most part this year. It was 1 and 2 in runs batted in, and 1 and 2 in slugging percentage, 1 and 2 in home runs, and 1 and 2 in batting average for the season as Hensley takes that pitch down, makes it 1 ball, no strikes. She's it for Tafton, Matt, looking down. 8 home runs, is tops in the Western States South Conference this year, and I think you said 6th in the state of California this year?
That's correct. And what gives Tafton Hensley and Mikey Kane both the ability to get pitches to hit is their patience at the plate, and it's actually resulted in quite a few walks for them, but their willingness to take pitches that they know they can't drive and getting into hitters' counts.
As this one chopped on the ground through the infield, out into left field for a base hit. So hard ground ball out into left field, and Hensley has a base hit, his first of the ball game. In the first inning, the Cougars have runners on first and second with 2 away, and DJ Cougar coming to the plate.
Hitter, DJ Keller.
Cougar this year missed missed the last 5 before playing against West Los Angeles. 1 for 2. Against West LA. Good to have him back in the lineup. Hitting .269 on the year. Not doing the catching today as he had done for most of the season. Alex Garcia, who took over the last 5 games, has kind of earned himself a starting position. It gives the Cougars a little more depth in the lineup. You don't have Steven Gonzalez in there today, getting him a break, allowing DJ to get back in there. But it's always nice to have that extra added depth in case somebody goes down or just somebody having some trouble at the plate. As the first pitch was over for a strike to Cougar. Waits on the 0-1 pitch, hits it in the air to right field. Little flare out to right. Hirschberger drifting over will make the catch. The Cougars get 2 hits in the first, but no runs. We head to the second inning. No score between West LA and College of the Canyons.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Top half of the second we go. West LA will send Estrada, Gallegos, and Gill to the plate. As they will face Kopp here in the second. Good first for Kopp, gave up a single to Nakaza, but then got Sanchez and Eves on strikeouts, got Hirschberger to ground into a fielder's choice. Trying to duplicate that here. Kopp very deliberate, still getting loose up on the rubber. Usually by about this time we get the 30-second commercial in and we're ready to go in the next inning. But Kyle taking his time, and that's kind of been his MO this year. Very deliberate on the rubber.
To the top of the second, leading off for the Wildcats and batting fifth, number 21, designated hitter Kobe Estrada.
So it'll be Estrada to lead things off here. Estrada batting .242 on the year. First pitch in for a strike from Kopp. Estrada just 8 hits on the season, has only had 33 plate appearances, or 33 at-bats we should say. He's only had 36 plate appearances in total on the season, as he's walked 3 times. Struck out 7 during the 15 games he's played in coming into today. He's behind in the count, 0-2 here to Kopp. This ball hit foul right off the
Cougars clubhouse.
Thank you. I was searching for the word and couldn't get it out. Right off the clubhouse. And we'll stay at 0-2. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, it could also go by the Cougars den.
Yeah, anything. No, actually, the Cougar den is down by the football field. If you didn't know that.
How could I make that mistake?
Yeah, come on. It's actually a nice little area where you can have some picnics and enjoy some things should you be able to book it. So lots of cool little things here at College of the Canyons. That one fouled back, makes it 0-2.
Call me Yogi Bear. I love a good picnic.
I'm going to leave that one alone as we go back to 0-2. Pitch to Estrada, misses up and away. Kobe, the designated hitter today. Just his 8th start of the season. Went 1 for 1 against Canyons in the 5-0 loss against on Thursday. Came in as a pinch hitter. Had back-to-back starts against Citrus. Went 3 for 8 in those 2 games. He's worked the count back to 2-2.
Yeah, Matt, and even though it's a small sample size, has been really solid in conference play in 12 at-bats, a .417 average, which is much higher than his average in non-conference play of .242 so far this year for Estrada.
So we hit on the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit out into left field. Fair ball just inside the left field line. That'll get into the corner. Estrada to second, will turn at second base but stay there. Is a good throw from Tapton Hensley to get it back in. And a leadoff double for Kobe Estrada here in the second inning. Puts a runner on in scoring position for West LA.
Batting sixth,
Just his 9th hit of the year, and that's his first double of the season. And it gives Tristan Gallegos a chance to try and drive a run home, or at least move a runner even closer. Gallegos 311 on the season with 19 hits, a home run, and 11 runs batted in. 1 for 4 so far in the series. Went 0 for 2 with a couple of walks in game 1. Went 1 for 2 with a couple of walks in game number 2. As a ground ball on the right side from the left-handed hitter would move Estrada over, and that's what you're looking at the very least if you're West LA right now.
And with the way West LA's pitching staff has performed this year, you got to imagine they're looking to score runs by the bountiful. Try to put up crooked numbers as often as they can.
And it's been a tough run for them this year. As we said, lost 5 straight, just 5 and 20 on the season. And it's, at times, they've just not been able to really solve the opposition, both at the plate and on the rubber. That's just led to the difficulty for him this year. As Gallegos in a hitter's count now. 2 balls, no strikes, and that one misses away. So Kopp way behind here. Needs to settle himself back in. The 3-0 pitch. That one over for a strike, makes it 3-1. Gallegos started to leave and was called back. So 3 balls, 1 strike to count here to Gallegos. Kopp trying to get himself back in this count. Good pitch that time from Kopp.
Really nice pitch from Kopp. Goes back to that outside part of the plate and just nips the corner on back-to-back pitches.
So we wait on the 3-2. Estrada leading away from second after the leadoff double. Kopp getting himself back into this count. 3-2 pitch, the payoff pitch misses high. And so a double and a walk, as Gallegos for the 5th time this series has reached on a walk. And it'll bring Danny Gill to the plate with 2 on and nobody out here in the 2nd inning for West LA. Gill 212 on the season. 17 hits, home run, and 18 runs batted in. Has 4 extra base hits on the year. He'd certainly like to drive a ball in the gap somewhere. As the first pitch misses away from Kopp, as Gill was showing bunt. West LA maybe trying to play a little small ball, and actually that gets Ryan Paramo to pop his head out of the dugout. Pitching coach for COC going to head out, talk to Kyle Kopp, as Kopp has kind of lost his feel here in the inning, Matt.
Yeah, hasn't been able to find the strike zone. Fell behind 3-0 on Gallegos, and that pitch to Gill was nowhere close. So I think Paramo just wants to go out there, have a chat, and try to calm him down a little bit here.
Ryan has a very specific way he handles things, and he does it every single time. He kind of puts his arms around both the pitcher and the catcher, kind of brings him in tight, says, "We're all right here, let's get back to work," and gives the pitcher a little pat on the pants and heads back to the dugout. Kopp settles himself back in. There's 2 runners on here in the 2nd inning. And we'll see if Gill decides to show bunt again. As I wouldn't be shocked, West LA just trying to move runners around here. And a good opportunity. Gill will show bunt. This one bunted right back up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Nobody there for the Cougars, as Kopp actually ducked down the 3rd base line. And Doyle Kane was actually tight to the 1st base line, and it just split the difference and went right towards the 2nd baseman. or where the second base position would be, and it's an unfieldable play.
And Gill coming into this game 0 for 8 in the series. You'll take him any way you could get him. It's going to go down as a single well-placed bunt, and maybe just some miscommunication from the Cougars' infield defense there.
As it's just a tough spot. So now the base is loaded. First pitch swinging. This one hit out into left field by Fernando Gonzalez for a base hit. 1 run will score. Scoring from second base is Gallegos. Gonzalez into second base with a double. And West LA has busted open a 2-run lead on an RBI double from Gonzalez here in the second inning.
Batting ninth, number 8, second base.
Well, Gonzalez wasting no time there. Gets a good pitch up in the zone. Just pulls it into left field. And really no chance for Taft and Hensley to get over to that one. And Kopp now going to have to try to settle down.
And just chasing the first pitch and driving it is Gonzalez. Gonzalez this year just .214 hitter. And that's his first double of the season and his first 2 runs batted into the season. So it brings him Johnny Soto, who's batting 176 on the year. Just 34 at-bats on the season, has 6 hits. He's driven in 1 run. He's behind in the count here to Kopp, so Kyle need to settle himself back in and just try and get an out at this point. That pitch misses away. Evens the count at 1-1. So an RBI double from Fernando Gonzalez as he brings home 2. It's a couple of balls hit down the left field line that have resulted in doubles. The leadoff one from Estrada to open the inning. And West LA, chance to put a big number up on the board here in the second as the 1-1 pitch misses inside, makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Cougars look like they might be getting somebody up in the bullpen. I see a yellow jersey down there, tucking in his tail and trying to get ready to go. Can't quite tell who it is, though. Too many nets in the way. We'll try and get a number for you if we can. For now, we'll go back to work on the field as Kopp's 2-1 pitch hit up the third base line foul, and trying to make a nifty backhanded play was the third base coach. Could not. Evens the count at 2-2.
And it'll be interesting to see who is available in the Cougars pitching staff. Whiting, of course, won't be after going 7 innings on Thursday. And Xavier Stoker has been used in each of the first 2 games of this series.
Yeah, it makes it a little tougher. Soto down on strikes. 3rd strikeout of the day for Kopp. Gets the first out of the inning. It's a big strikeout to open up the inning. And it looks like it was Scott Bauman getting down there, but I think he threw a sweatshirt back on. As our PA announcer, John Tyler, helping us out there. As 1 down and Nakaza comes to the plate. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Kopp as he set down Soto. 1 away with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Nakaza single to open up the game. Was cut down at second base on a ground ball. And has a chance to try and drive in a couple more runs. Swings at the first pitch, hits it in the air towards left center field. Camacho drifting over. Jovan will make the catch in shallow left center field. The throw to the plate, not going to be in time. A sacrifice fly ball for Nakaza. It's 3-0 West LA. And then the Cougars, I think, threw behind Gonzalez and able to get him back at second base. And that'll end the inning. So West LA gets 3 on the sacrifice fly ball. And they take a 3-0 lead as we head to the home half of the second inning.
I love emergency medicine. You're there at these people's worst time of their life, and you're there to make it a little bit better.
The EMT program at COC is a 1-semester program. Over the course of it, the EMT students will learn the textbook knowledge they need, practical hands-on skills that they're going to need working out on an ambulance or in a hospital or whatever setting they decide to work.
People are constantly hiring. There's always a need for first responders. When I graduated from this program, I got a job within a month.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
So it's actually still a 2-0 game as we come back in here to Cougar Field. It was actually a double play to end the inning. So Danny Gill left early. It was interesting because he scored on the throw, but a heads-up play from Alex Garcia sent it right back to third to Andy Ambrose, and they said he left early on the fly ball, and West LA didn't contest it. There was no argument. There was no anything. Everybody just kind of ran off the field, and that was the end of the inning. So West LA gets 2, and that's it. It'll be Andy Ambrose, Alex Ballesteros, and Alex Garcia to come back to the plate. For COC, in a 2-0 game, I think everybody up here kind of looked down, was statting the play. The next thing you know, it was out, third out of the inning, and we're, wait, what happened?
I was guilty of that, Matt, and we all just assumed that.
I was like, I guess it was the guy at second.
Right, that had been a throwback to second to pick off the runner there, but a big break for College of the Canyons there. And what looked like was going to be a huge inning for West Los Angeles only results in 2 runs.
So Nakaza flies out for the second. Danny Gill doubled off at third for the final out of the inning. And Ambrose, who's hitting .299 on the year, with 29 hits, 2 home runs, 22 runs batted in, coming to the plate. As that pitch misses away. Andy had a hit in 5 at-bats against West LA the other day. It was 0 for 2 with 3 walks on Tuesday. That snapped a 4-game hitting streak. Starting to add a new one here. It's been a while since he's had multiple hits in a ball game. This one softly rolled to first. Gallegos dropped it, picked it up, and then was able to pitch it over to the pitcher covering in Galvin to make the play. 1 away.
Batting 7, number 12, second baseman Alex Ballesteros.
So a tight play at first on a easy ground ball that Gallegos made it a little bit of an adventure but got the first out. We're bringing Alex Ballesteros to the plate. Batting .299 this year as well with 29 hits, 2 home runs, 17 runs batted in. As he swings at the first pitch, pops it up foul, out of play. I think it might have hit the bus back behind us. It's nothing going to Ballesteros here. Alex 0 for 5 so far in the series, still looking for his first hit. Snapped a 10-game hitting streak on Tuesday. Snapped a 4-game multi-hit game streak as well on Tuesday. Had 9 hits in his previous 4 games. As he swings and hits this one in the air and foul ground up the first base line. Gallegos makes that one look much easier than the ground ball a few moments ago. 2 down here in the second inning.
Number 31, catcher Alex Garcia.
I'm going to bring Alex Garcia to the plate. Trying to get something started with 2 away.
And that'll be interesting to see how fly balls treat the outfielders and infielders here today with the cloud coverage. Might be kind of tough to pick up the ball, but Gallegos didn't show too much struggle there on that one.
It is a really gray sky today, and if you've played the game at all or you've listened to games at all, anytime there's gray in the air, it makes it so much tougher to find the baseball. Talk about it a lot. It's actually Tropicana, I believe, is the one that's the worst with the dome out in Tampa Bay. They've talked about it pretty much any time you watch your team go out there. As this one hit back up the middle, goes off the glove of Galvin right to Sanchez. A throw in the dirt dug out by Gallegos, and that will end the inning on a 1-6-3 ground out to finish out the second. As Garcia robbed of a base hit by Galvin, just getting a glove on the ball. That'll bring us to the end of 2. 2-0 in favor of West LA as we head to the third here from College of the Canyons.
COC's Fire Technology program goes beyond putting out fires.
Our goal here is to provide our students with a competitive advantage in the hiring process.
It was life-changing for me, and it's exactly what I want to do. It's exactly where I want to be, and it's outside of my comfort zone, and it will be outside of your comfort zone, but you just got to do it. You just got to go all in and just full send and do it.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Top half of the third we go. 2-0 in favor of West LA. 2-3-4 due up to face Kyle Kopp here in the third. As it's Sanchez who made the nice play to end the inning after the ball hit Galvin's glove right to him. Struck out in his first at bat. Then it'll be Hirschberger and Eves to follow the scheduled hitters here in the third inning. It's West LA out in front. Strike over to Sanchez makes it 1-1.
Let's see now if Kyle Kopp settled down after a tumultuous second inning where he was the beneficiary of some good fortune. Danny Gill leaving third early on the tag up. All things considered, only 2 runs coming in there for West Los Angeles. Have to consider it a small victory for College of the Canyons there.
Absolutely a small victory when you only allowed 2. You had runners or bases loaded with nobody out in the inning. And then second and third with nobody out, you get 3 outs off of a little bit of a gift as that one hit foul, makes it 2-2. As Sanchez, I think, gets saved by the ball not spinning back forward. It looked like it might. I think maybe if Garcia waited an extra half a second, it might have come back into fair territory and been able to pick up an easy out, but instead we go 2-2 count. Keep hearing a glove pop, but I think it's some kids out back behind us playing catch. Throwing me off. I look over to my left every single time I hear it, thinking there's somebody in the Cougar bullpen. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Sanchez. As it is a nice Saturday out. Not a little cloudy, a little cold, but hopeful the weather will get better. It was supposed to be about 70 degrees today. This one hit out into left center field. Softly will get down for a base hit. Is Camacho gonna just give up on it a little bit and let it fall? I think it would have been about 2 steps too far for him anyway, even on a dive. So leadoff single for Sanchez here. And so far in the ballgame, West LA's had the leadoff runner aboard in all 3 innings.
And Kopp trying to go inside there on Sanchez, but didn't get it inside enough. Just right on the label for Sanchez and just dumps that one into left center field.
Bring up Hirschberger here, grounded into a fielder's choice last time up. Cougars back in double play depth here. As the first pitch from Kopp misses down and in, makes it 1-0 here to Hirschberger. Kai just 2 hits and 9 at bats so far in the series. Fouls this one towards his own dugout. Evens the count at 1-1. Hirschberger is working on a 3-game hitting streak, though. 3 straight games with at least 1 hit in the ball game. Was 1 for 3 against Citrus, so just 3 for his last 12, but has hit safely in all 3. Had a couple of walks on Tuesday. He's behind in the count now, 1-2. Lefty out of Torrance. Going to work here against Kopp. 1-2 swung on and missed. And that will set down Hirschberger. First out here, the third inning. Fourth strikeout of the ball game for Kyle Kopp.
Number 45, third baseman George Eves.
And it'll bring in George Eves, who was a strikeout victim in his first at-bat back in the first inning. Kopp this year, Matt, not known as a high strikeout guy. We talked about pregame for Kyle. 16 strikeouts, just 12 walks on the year. 4 strikeouts to 1 walk here today. As he took a look at Sanchez on the first attempt. Sanchez moving on the pitch. Eves hits this one right back behind Ballesteros, and that'll get out into center field for a base hit. Going first to third is Sanchez, and West LA has everything working once again at the plate. Runners on the corners with 1 away for Kobe Estrada.
Tough break there for the Cougars. Ballesteros going to cover second, while with Sanchez trying to steal and hit right where he was coming from, and just nothing you could do about that one.
Number 21.
You could see, I mean, you could really see Alex too, kind of just looked and went, "Oh, what do I do on that?" Just right-handed hitter. I'm the guy that's got to cover,
and really no chance for him to stop his momentum there and turn back. And Sanchez easily going first to third.
So Eves with his third hit of the series, and Estrada, who doubled to lead off the second inning and scored, comes to the plate and takes a strike from Kopp. Already the second time through the order here for West LA here in the third inning. As they had 3 hits and a walk to open up the second. As that pitch down low, misses. Evens the count at 1-1.
We talked earlier about DJ Cougar getting back in the lineup. Alex Garcia done a very serviceable job behind the plate, and specifically blocking balls in the dirt as he did just there.
As it keeps Eves tight at first, keeps the runner at third base. Take a look at Kyle Kopp with a runner on third, as we usually do. 5 wild pitches so far this year. It's behind in the count here, 2-1. Cougars, I think, going to stay with Kyle as long as they can. Nobody really getting loose in the bullpen. I see some bodies kind of meandering around out there, but nobody near the rubber, nobody even stretching out as the 2-1 pitch misses up, makes it 3 balls and 1 strike.
Matt, you were talking about Kopp not really being a strikeout pitcher, but the same might be said about Albert Prado, and look what he did on Tuesday. A couple strikeouts early in that game, and really goes to show this West LA team is a free swinging team, so they are out there for the taking.
The 3-1 pitch over for a strike that time, makes it 3-2. And I think really, Matt, too, also comes down to if you do find the zone here against this West LA team, you will get swings and misses. You will get the opportunity to pick up outs, as they've just kind of, as we said, struggled at the plate at times this year and really like to attack the first pitch. And when they do attack, they do a nice job when they do get a hold of pitches, but it's just been a struggle. As another strikeout, that time foul tipped in the glove of Garcia for the second out of the inning, and you can make it 5 strikeouts in the ball game now for Kyle Kopp.
Number 20.
With 2 down.
First baseman Tristan Gallegos.
As Gallegos will step to the plate, who walked his last time up. Also scored in that second inning. You talked about Prado in the ball game, Matt, the other day. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks in that ball game. Scott Bauman came in, went 3 1/3, had 6 strikeouts in the game. The Cougars had 9 total. Or excuse me, sorry, not 9 total. 13 total in the ball game. Got 2 from Josh Usfan late in the ball game to close it out. So it was strikeout city on Tuesday, and so far in the ball game here today, 5 for Kyle Kopp. As he faces Gallegos, who can't check his swing and takes a called strike.
And interesting to note, you said Yosfan with 2 strikeouts to finish that game out in the 9th on Tuesday. A lot of left-handers in this West Los Angeles lineup, including Tristan Gallegos, who's up now, Kobe Estrada, who preceded him, and Kai Hirschberger, so may see Yosfan at some point today as well.
Good pitch from Kopp that time on the outer half of the plate for a strike. And Gallegos finds himself behind in the count, 0-2. Tristan Walked scored, as we said. Back in the second inning. Just 1 for 4 in the series, but has 5 walks so far. Trying to work himself back into a count at 1-2. This one hit in the air. Shallow left field. Mikey Kane might be the only one who can make the play and does. Tafton Hensley even just kind of cruised in to let him have it. Mikey makes the catch. That'll end the inning. So a leadoff single and a 1-out single, but runners left on the corners for West LA in the third. Still 2-0 in favor of the Wildcats as we head to the bottom half here from Cougar Field.
The new media journalism program focuses on hands-on training for up-and-coming multimedia journalists.
We do shows every 2 weeks, and students put together their own stories. They go out and shoot them. They do the voiceover, they edit them together. It's a really, really cool hands-on experience.
If you want to dive right into the world of journalism, this is the only place to do it.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It'll be Jovan Camacho, then Ryan, and Mikey Kane heading to the plate. Here in the third, facing Galvin. Jovan this year, 261, 18 hits, 0 home runs, 8 runs batted in. Has 1 hit and 7 at bats so far in the series. Went 0 for 4 on Thursday, trying to start things off here in the third as the Cougars trail by 2. Takes a called strike, is behind the count, 0-1.
Camacho, Kane, and Kane sounds like an injury law firm.
Right, it does, right? Maybe one day. You never know.
Think they'll see out this baseball dream first.
I would imagine.
But not a bad fallback.
No, not at all. I would imagine all 4 of the boys see out some sort of dream, whether it be baseball or something else. As this one flared out into left field, and Nakaza makes the catch, sliding in for the first out.
Number 2, right fielder Ryan Camacho.
So 1 down, Ryan Camacho heading to the plate. Singled and was cut down at second base in the first inning. Cougars had the leadoff runner aboard in the first, but it failed in the second and the third. And so Ryan will try and restart things. Of course, we were saying for the Camacho boys, dream could be baseball, dream could be football, really. They're 2 sport athletes, played on the football team last year. And certainly could find themselves moving on in either. I'm not sure which one the boys prefer. There were 2 sport athletes at West Ranch High School as well, just down the road here from College of the Canyons. As Camacho hits this one in the air towards center field. Gill going back, looking over his left shoulder, back to the wall, will not get it, and that ball is gone. A solo home run for Ryan Camacho, and the Cougars get on the board here in the third inning on a solo shot to dead center for his 4th of the year for Ryan Camacho.
Matt, I didn't think he had enough. Looked like he was off the end of the bat. Carried all the way out to that batter's eye in center field. Danny Gill tried to make a play on it and was pressed up against that fence. Just barely got over, but you'll take it.
Yeah, I think a lot more jump on the ball than maybe even Danny Gill expected. Gill got back there right as the ball got to the fence. Didn't get himself back quick enough, and it was hit high enough in the air that maybe if Gill broke on it a little bit harder, he might have been able to give himself a better chance at the wall. Instead, it goes as a solo home run for Ryan Camacho, and the Cougars back on the board, trailing by a run here in the third. Mikey Kane batting .371 on the year, now at the plate. Mikey right now riding a 15-game hitting streak. Has had home runs in back-to-back ball games here against West LA. As he waves at that one and fights it off to even the count at 1-1. Interesting here, the outfield alignment for West LA. Gill shaded pretty well towards left center field right now. The right fielder, Hirschberger, well off the right field line, expecting Mikey Kane to pull. Instead, he hits it on the ground at Soto, who was shifted over towards the second base bag. Second out here, the third inning, is Kane out on a ground ball to second base, 2 away.
Number 16, first baseman Doyle Kane.
Bring in Doyle Kane. Flew out to left field in the first.
Matt, we talked about the long ball carrying the Cougars so far this year. That now their 26th home run of the season as the team ties them with San Joaquin Delta and San Mateo for 4th in the league.
This one misses up. Yeah, the state of California is pretty high on the long ball this year. You look, Cypress 33, alone with 29, Fresno City 27. This one hit in the air towards center field. Gill will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So Doyle's flown out twice in 2 at-bats. The Cougars get one, though, on a home run from Ryan Camacho. We head to the 4th in a 2-1 ball game here from College of the Canyons. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
To the 4th inning we go, and for West Los Angeles, it'll be the bottom 3 in their lineup. Danny Gill, Fernando Gonzalez, and Johnny Soto due up for the Wildcats. Kyle Kopp back out for his 4th inning of work after navigating 2 base hits in the 3rd inning that did not yield any more runs. The only damage today against Kopp was in the 2nd inning, when the Wildcats loaded the bases, and it was Fernando Gonzalez who delivered a 2-run double.
To the top of the 4th, leading off for the Wildcats.
Score now stands at 2-1 after the solo shot from Ryan Camacho in the bottom of the 3rd. So that'll bring in the center fielder, Danny Gill. First pitch swinging from Gill. Left side, Ambers handles it. Throw is low and errant and gets by Doyle Kane at first. Gill will held down to second. He's rounding 3rd now. The throw in is not in time. And actually, they're going to say that they did get him at 3rd base. And it looks like Gill might have come off 3rd base on the slide. And so a rather unroutine first out to the top of the 4th inning here for the Cougars. It was a chopper to Ambers at third. He fielded it cleanly. His throw was up the line to Doyle Kane at first. Gill hustling to second, had it easily, but never stopped his stride, rounding third. And the throw was late, but it looks like Gill might have come off the bag, and so it's going to be a 5-1-5 putout for the first out here. And so with one down now, it's going to bring in Fernando Gonzalez, who, as we mentioned, drove in the Wildcats' first 2 runs of the game with a double in the second inning. And not exactly a routine way to get the first out of the inning, but the Cougars will take it any way they can get it. 0-1 here to Gonzalez. Swung on and missed, and it's now 0-2. Gonzalez doing the catching here today for West Los Angeles. So far this year. As Kopp's 1-2 pitch misses away. And I'd love to give you Gonzalez's stats here, but we're having some technical difficulties, so I'll redact that previous statement. Kopp comes set. Here's the 1-2 to Gonzalez. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that's the 6th strikeout of the afternoon for Kyle Kopp. And now with 2 away here in the 4th, it'll bring up Johnny Soto, who was a strikeout victim in his first at-bat in the second inning. Soto, right-handed batter, steps in. 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch swinging, flies this one out to left field, but foul. Soto out of Los Angeles, California, appearing here in his 12th game of the season. This is now his 41st plate appearance of the year, hitting 176. As he ducks out of the way of that one to even things up at 1-1. And today actually his first start of the year for Johnny Soto, playing second base this afternoon. Kopp looking to have his first 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon. Delivers on the ground to the left side. Mikey Kane to a knee, fields it, throws to first, and Doyle Kane makes the catch to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Kopp. Cougars trail 2-1 after 3.5.
I love emergency medicine. You're there at these people's worst time of their life, and you're there to make it a little bit better.
The EMT program at COC is a 1-semester program. Over the course of it, the EMT students will learn the textbook knowledge they need, practical hands-on skills that they're going to need working out on an ambulance or in a hospital or whatever setting they decide to work.
People are constantly hiring. There's always a need for first responders. When I graduated from this program, I got a job within a month.
To the bottom of the 4th, Taft and Hensley will lead things off for College of the Canyons, followed by DJ Cougar and Andy Ambrose. Cougars have cut the deficit in half after the Ryan Camacho home run in the bottom of the third. As Hensley takes a breaking ball for a first pitch strike. Hensley with a single in the first inning, returning to the lineup this afternoon after missing some time. As Matt mentioned, him and Mikey Kane, 1 and 2 in almost every offensive category for College of the Canyons: home runs, RBIs, slugging percentage, batting average. As Alexander Galvin throws a breaking ball that doesn't have much bite, and it's 1-1. Galvin out for his 4th inning of work, coming back after giving up the solo shot to Camacho in the third. We'll see how he recovers. He was able to retire Mikey Kane and Doyle Kane to finish the inning in the third. That one is fouled off to the right side into the West Los Angeles bullpen, and it's 1-2 on Hensley. On the season, coming into today, Alexander Galvin, a 6.23 ERA in 43 innings pitched. 22 strikeouts, not a high strikeout guy, but certainly adds an element of mystery being a left-hander as he throws another breaking ball that just doesn't have much bite on it right now, and it misses away to even things up at 2-2. His previous start, March 26th at Citrus, went 7 innings, gave up 12 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, in a 6-2 loss for the Wildcats as Hensley pulls the string and swings through the fastball for the first out of the inning. So DJ Cougar will stride to the batter's box. 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to the right fielder Hirschberger in the first inning. And he too, along with Hensley, returning to the lineup after missing some time. In the DH role today, Alex Garcia assuming the catching duties once again this afternoon. First pitch swinging, this ball's into center field. Danny Gill charging in will make the catch to retire Cougar, and quickly there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th for the Cougars.
Number 15, third baseman Andy Ambrose.
So Andy Ambrose steps in now, 0 for 1. He grounded to the first baseman Gallegos in the 2nd inning. First pitch swing, high chopper, handled by the third baseman Eves. His throw across the diamond is low, but dug out by Gallegos for the final out of the 4th inning. So both pitchers go 1, 2, 3 in the 4th inning. After 4, it's 2-1 West Los Angeles.
Here at IQ, which stands for Institute for Culinary Education at College of the Canyons, we offer 3 certificates: a baking and pastry certificate, a culinary arts certificate, and a wine studies certificate, as well as an associate's degree in the culinary arts. We are an accelerated program, so you can finish between a year and a year and a half. We create a culinary community here at College of the Canyons.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
To the top of the fifth, leading off for West Los Angeles.
To the top of the fifth we go. West Los Angeles will have the top of the lineup. It'll be Nathan Nakaza, Jesus Sanchez, and Kai Hirschberger. Nakaza, left-handed batter, steps in. 1 for 2 today. And he swings at the first pitch and rolls it over, foul down the first baseline. Nice play by the first base coach. Nakaza singled in the first inning and hit into what became an 8-2-5 double play with runners on second and third and 1 out. Hit a ball into center field that looked like it'd be enough for a sacrifice fly, but it was Danny Gill at third who left early. The Cougars threw the ball back to third base and ended up getting an inning-ending double play out of it. And so what looked like a sacrifice fly and RBI for Nakaza turned into an 8-2-5 double play. And so he stands in now here to lead off the fifth inning with a 1-1 count. Good pitch from Kopp. Fastball behind the zone, and Nakaza swings through it. It's 1-2. Nakaza, another left-handed batter in this West Los Angeles lineup. One of, I count, 4 today. And notable because the Cougars' only left-hander in their pitching staff is Josh Yosefin. Nakaza flies this one out to right, and it's Camacho shading over into right center field to make the catch for the first out. So that's 4 straight. Check that now. 6 straight retired by Kyle Kopp, who seems to have settled into a groove here in the fifth now. So that'll bring up Jesus Sanchez, the West Los Angeles shortstop, who has had a few slick plays out at short so far in this series, and also shown some ability with the bat. He flies this one, though, on the infield just behind first base, and it's Doyle Kane making the call and the catch to retire Sanchez for a quick out number 2. And these last 2 innings, I don't know if they know because I'm calling it, but they have gone really, really quickly now. There hasn't been any action on the base paths, with the exception of Danny Gill in the top of the 4th, who reached first on a throwing error and then was consequently thrown out trying to get to third on the play. But in any case, it'll bring in Kai Hirschberger, another lefty. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch from Kopp misses low and inside for ball 1. Hirschberger rolled into a fielder's choice in the first and then struck out in the third. That one comes high and tight, and it looks like it might have got a piece of the umpire there. And he's going to take his mask off and dust off home plate, take a minute to regroup. Looks like it caught him in the shoulder there. And he's talking with one of the members of the Cougars coaching staff. It appears he's okay as he shakes it out, and Alex Garcia discusses with Kyle Kopp to give the home plate umpire a moment. But he puts the mask back on, Garcia back into the crouch, and Hirschberger back into the box, and we are ready to go. So 2-0 now on Hirschberger. And Kopp's offering misses low and away, and it's now 3-0. Hirschberger came into today 2 for 9 in the series. Had an RBI single on Tuesday. And Kopp just nicks the outside corner on 3-0. So Hirschberger trying to work himself back into the count, looking for back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. His 3-1 offering swung on and fouled back to the screen, and it runs the count full. So Kopp has been solid today. A leadoff single to open the game from Nikaza, but struck out 2 of the next 3 batters to get out of that inning. Had some difficulty in the second. Was the beneficiary of a little bit of luck with Danny Gill leaving third base early on what should have been a sacrifice fly for Nikaza. And then a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th, and looking to do the same here in the 5th. 3-2 pitch fouled off almost into the Cougars' dugout. And looks like everybody's okay. And so we'll do it again. Never understood not having screens up in front of a dugout, at least ones that go up to your waist. Something, just a little bit of protection, somewhere to duck. But there is no dugout netting or rail to lean on here at Cougar Field in either of the home or away dugouts. Kopp comes set, and here's his 3-2 to Hirschberger, and it misses high and away, and it's going to be a 2-out walk for the Wildcats right fielder.
Number 45, third baseman, George Eves.
So Kopp just narrowly missing on back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. And he will have his work cut out for him now with the cleanup hitter, George Eves, coming into the box. Eves, 1 for 2, a strikeout in the 1st and a single in the 3rd. And 2 hits on Tuesday as well against the Cougars. Kopp's first pitch is low and inside, ball 1. Eves has shown the ability to hit the ball to all parts of the field. 2 hits on Tuesday into left field, dead pole, and today 1 to the right side of the infield. That got through for a base hit. 1-0 pitch, a good one from Kopp on the inside corner. And it evened things up at 1-1. Kopp just got that one inside enough where it was just under the elbow of Eves. Couldn't do much with that, and so he takes it for the strike. Hirschberger leads from first, 2 outs. He's on the move. Garcia, the throw from his knees down to second, and it's not in time. And Hirschberger has the stolen base with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. A good jump there from Kai Hirschberger at first base, basically going on first movement from Kopp. Garcia electing to throw from his knees. And even a perfect throw probably wouldn't have been in time to get Hirschberger, who just had a tremendous jump there on the 1-1 pitch. It's now 1-2, so Kopp still with an opportunity to get out of this inning unscathed. 1-2 pitch is fouled off to the right, and that'll go out of play. Still a lot of cloud coverage here in Santa Clarita. Sun has not poked through as we thought it might. But on the positive side, the wind has been almost nil to speak of. You can see the American flag in left field just slightly blowing from left field to right, but nothing too uncomfortable. Kopp gets the sign and comes set. Has a 1-2 count here on Eves with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. This ball is hit in the right field. Hensley ranging over. Rather Camacho, and he will make the catch to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, 1 walk. And Kyle Kopp is through 5 innings after 4.5. It is 2-1 West Los Angeles.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
And welcome back to the bottom of the fifth we go. Will be the bottom of the lineup for College of the Canyons. Alex Ballesteros, Alex Garcia, and Jovan Camacho due up.
Leading off for the Cougars, number 12, second base.
Alexander Galvin going out for his fifth inning of work here for West Los Angeles. This is lone blemish, a solo home run to Ryan Camacho in the third, but since then has settled in nicely, has retired the last 5 Cougars to come to the plate, including the side in the fourth inning. And Galvin's first pitch to Ballesteros is high and away, ball 1. Ballesteros 0 for 1, popped out to the first baseman in the second inning. Fouls this one back and out of play. Ballesteros coming into today 0 for 5 in the series. And looking to break out of maybe a little mini funk here against West Los Angeles. We discussed the power numbers for this College of the Canyons lineup. Now 26 home runs after Camacho's in the third inning, and Ballesteros responsible for 2 of those. So certainly a guy that can go deep with the long ball. And this one is skied on the infield. Jesus Sanchez loses his cap, but calls for it and makes the catch to retire Ballesteros. Now 6 straight Cougars set down by Galvin. So that'll bring in the catcher, Alex Garcia. Garcia was robbed of a hit in the second inning, hit a line drive comebacker to Galvin that he was able to just get a glove on. It deflected perfectly to Sanchez at short, who threw Garcia out at first base to end the second inning. And Garcia remains in the lineup, playing catcher despite the return of DJ Cougar, and has been solid as the backstop for the Cougars during that time, as he hits this one in the left field for a 1-out single, and that breaks a streak of 6 straight Cougars retired.
Number 4, center fielder Jovan Camacho.
That'll bring in Jovan Camacho, the left-handed hitter, with Garcia now leading from first. Camacho flew out to left field in the third inning. Coming into today, 1 for 7 in the first 2 games of this series with West Los Angeles. And Galvin paying attention to Garcia at first, throws over. And we have discussed how the Cougars are not a team really known for running. They did have 3 stolen base attempts on Thursday versus West Los Angeles. They were successful on only 1 of them, as Doyle Kane had a stolen base, but brother Mikey Kane and DJ Cougar were both caught stealing in the Cougars' 5-0 shutout victory on Thursday. And Galvin throwing over again to check in on Garcia. Meanwhile, Camacho steps in with a 1-0 count. Fouls this one back overhead, and it's 1-1. Camacho 0 for 4 on Thursday, hitting .261 on the year. This is 22nd game of the season. With 8 RBIs on the year. Flies this one into left field, and coming in is Nakaza calling for it and makes the catch for the second out of the 5th inning.
Number 2, right fielder Ryan Camacho.
So that'll bring in brother Ryan Camacho, who has accounted for all of the Cougars scoring today. A 1-out solo homer to dead central in the 3rd inning. And for Ryan Camacho, it was his 3rd home run of the year. And Galvin once again paying a lot of attention to Garcia over there at first, throws over. Garcia really not too big of a lead, but thinking maybe with his left-handed pickoff move has an opportunity at an easy out. Garcia's lead not even at the in cut of the grass at first base. So Camacho, 2 for 2 on the day, a single and of course the home run. Takes the 1-0 offering high and away, and it's 2-0. Camacho looking down third base line for a sign from the third base coach. Steps back into the box. You got to be thinking just looking for a pitch to hit here. And Galvin again to first base with the pickoff move. Garcia back in safely. And Garcia hasn't even had to slide in on any of these pickoff attempts, so it's not as if he has a huge lead. Garcia, not exactly the most fleet of foot, it doesn't appear. And with 2 outs, it would be a surprise to see him on the move here. And now Galvin maybe paying a little too much attention to Garcia at first and not focusing on Camacho, and it's now 3-0. So now Galvin has put himself in a bit of a corner facing one of the Cougars' better hitters in the lineup, and he's gone 3-0 on him with Garcia at first. Pours a fastball in, though, for a strike, and it's now 3-1. It looked like Camacho was taking all the way there. You can see a much quicker pace there from Galvin, as he knew he was trying to get a strike and not paying very much attention to Garcia before that pitch. Here's the 3-1. That one's high and away, and it's ball 4 for Ryan Camacho, and he'll go down to first. So it's a 2-out walk. It'll put Garcia at second, Camacho at first, and that'll bring in the Cougars' hottest hitter, Mikey Kane. Kane is 0 for 2 this afternoon. A fielder's choice ground ball to the shortstop in the first, and then a ground out to the second baseman in the 3rd inning. But Kane, as we mentioned, has been the hottest hitter in this Cougars lineup. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs in the series. He gets tied up on that pitch, and they're going to ask the infield umpire if he swung. He says no, and maybe to the dismay of the West Los Angeles fans here. From our vantage point, it looked like Mikey might have had a full swing at that one. He got tied up. That pitch just was coming in on the hands more than he anticipated. But the infield umpire says he did not go around, so it's 1-0 on Kane. Galvin's offering, misses low and inside, and it's now 2-0. So Galvin was able to get Ballesteros to pop out to begin the inning, gave up the single to Garcia, but then got Jovan Camacho to fly out to left. But now has dug himself a little bit of a hole with the walk to Camacho and has now gone 2-0 on Mikey Kane. Gets the fastball over for the strike, and it's now 2-1. Looked like he might have just got the upper outside quadrant of the zone there. It doesn't seem like that was a pitch that Mikey was looking for, so he'll take it for the strike and go back to work here at 2-1. Breaking ball that just doesn't break from Galvin. He really hasn't had that breaking ball working for him too well today, and he's now fallen behind 3-1. So golden opportunity here for the Cougars. First and second, 2 outs, and Mikey Kane with a 3-1 count and an opportunity to tie this game or even more. And he hits this ball into left field. It's deep, going back at the wall. That ball is way, way, way out of here. Mikey Kane, his third home run of the series, and it's a 3-run shot to give the Cougars a 4-2 lead. An absolutely mammoth shot from Mikey Kane over the left field auxiliary scoreboard. A 3-run homer, and the Cougars now lead 4-2.
Number 16, first baseman Doyle King.
So 3 games this series and 3 home runs for Mikey Kane, one coming in each game. And just before that pitch, I'd said Galvin really was getting himself into trouble there. He went 2-0 on Camacho, ended up walking him, and then 3-1 on Kane, who ends up delivering the big blow. And so now all 4 runs for the Cougars have come in on home runs from the Cougars today. The solo shot from Camacho in the 3rd, and now a 3-run shot for Mikey Kane here in the 5th, and it's a whole new ball game. It'll bring in Doyle Kane, who fouls away Galvin's first pitch. It's 0-1. Galvin, going back to that breaking ball, just hasn't had it working today, and could be a big reason why he had to throw a fastball there to Kane, who was sitting on it, and just absolutely crushed that one to left. Well over the scoreboard, as Doyle Kane fouls this one off to the right side out of play, and it's 1-2. So Mikey Kane continues his tremendous series. He was 0 for 2 to begin the day. You knew it was only a matter of time. You didn't know if he was going to get another home run, but now on the series, 3 home runs and 7 RBIs, absolutely tormenting this West Los Angeles pitching staff this week. So Galvin looking to reset. 2-2 pitch to Doyle Kane, and it's hit in the right center field, and that'll be a base hit for Doyle. So Galvin showing some cracks in the foundation now after the home run, as he gives up a 2-out single to Doyle Kane, and that'll bring in the cleanup hitter Tafton Hensley for College of the Canyons. So Hensley steps in 1 for 2 today, a single in the 1st and struck out in the 4th, making his return to the lineup. And now Mikey Kane is making a surge to become the leader of home runs here for College of the Canyons on the season. It's been Tafton Hensley on the year. He has 8, but now after this series and after that previous home run, Mikey Kane not far behind with 7. Hensley swings and fouls away the 1-0 pitch. It's 1-1. And as we said, the Cougars, who are relying on the long ball, now with 27 after the 2 that they've hit today. And that'll tie them with Fresno City for 3rd in the state of California with 27 home runs. So Galvin just looking to get out of this inning now. He's surrendered the lead after the 3-run home run by Kane. Goes to the breaking ball, and one of the rare occurrences where we've seen Galvin get the breaking ball over for a strike, and he gets ahead of Hensley 1-2. 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball swung on and missed by Hensley, and so that'll end the inning. But not before a 3-run shot from Mikey Kane, his 7th of the season, gives the Cougars a 4-2 lead after 5.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Top of the sixth, West Los Angeles will have their 5, 6, 7 batters coming up. Kobe Estrada, Tristan Gallegos, and Danny Gill now trailing 4-2. The Wildcats opened scoring in the second inning. They strung a few hits together. A double by Estrada, followed by a walk by Gallegos, and then a single by Danny Gill on a bunt that just was in no man's land on the infield. Fernando Gonzalez had a 2-run double, and so the Wildcats took a 2-0 lead. But that has been the extent of their scoring to this point, as they ran themselves out of what could have been a much bigger second inning. It was Ryan Camacho in the third with a solo shot to open scoring for the Cougars, and then the big blow, a 3-run homer from Mikey Kane in the previous half inning. First pitch is flied on the infield behind third base. Andy Ambrose calls for it, makes the one-handed catch to retire Estrada on one pitch.
Number 20, first baseman Tristan Gallegos.
So that'll bring in Tristan Gallegos. 0 for 1 on the day. He walked in the second inning and scored a run on the Fernando Gonzalez double. Popped out to Mikey Kane at shortstop in the third inning. Gallegos coming into today was 1 for 4 in the series, but still finding his way on base. He has 4 walks. And now 5 after his walk in the second inning today. Showing good plate discipline. Still managing a way to get on base. He swings at the 1-0 pitch and fouls it away, and it's 1-1. Gallegos, the freshman out of Los Angeles. 6 foot, 195 pounds, and has spent time at both first base and a little bit in the outfield as well. He's behind in the count now to Kopp, and it's 1-2. Kopp has really settled down since that second inning. Comes set at the belt, and here is the 1-2. Tries to get the outside corner, but just misses, and it'll even things up at 2-2. Kopp ready now with his 2-2 offering on the way. Chopped foul back behind home plate, and we'll do it again. Kopp trying to do some heavy lifting for the Cougars and get them deep into this game before having to turn over to their bullpen. It looks like somebody's warming up out there. It might be Scott Bauman. It's a right-hander. 2-2 pitch is just flicked into left field down the line, but just foul. And so Gallegos will come back to the batter's box, and we will do the 2-2 pitch again. trying to get a sighting on who that is warming up in the bullpen. And it is Scott Bauman getting loose, just in case things go awry here for Kopp. 2-2 pitch is hit on the ground by Gallegos, picked up by Ballesteros, and thrown to first for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down for Kopp, and he'll welcome in Danny Gill, who had an interesting bunt single in his first plate appearance in the second inning. It was right between first base and the pitcher's mound, and Kopp broke to his right down the third baseline for the ball and basically just ended up in no man's land and would be an infield single for Gill. Kopp's first pitch. Gill checks his swing. It's a called strike, 0-1. Gill really has worn the collar so far this series. 0 for 8 coming into today. He'll get that single on the bunt single in the second inning. But it has been a struggle as he skies this one out to center field. Jovan Camacho camped under it and makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Kopp. 4 straight retired after 5.5. The Cougars lead 4-2.
I love emergency medicine. You're there at these people's worst time of their life, and you're there to make it a little bit better.
The EMT program at COC is a 1-semester program. Over the course of it, the EMT students will learn the textbook knowledge they need, practical hands-on skills that they're going to need working out on an ambulance or in a hospital or whatever setting they decide to work.
People are constantly hiring. There's always a need for first responders. When I graduated from this program, I got a job within a month.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
That's what I mean. He's a borderline 30-30. Like, he can hit for power, but he's not going to hit. He's a 20-20 guy. He's a 20-60 guy. If he wants to.
Home half of the sixth we go. DJ Cougar, Andy Ambrose, and Alex Ballesteros do up here for the Cougars as they lead 4-2. After the 3-run home run from Mikey Kane in the fifth, trying to add on to their lead here. Still facing Alexander Galvin here in this sixth inning, as it's been Galvin and Kopp the whole way, as Cougar hits this one in the air towards right center field and deep, drifting over his Gill, and he'll chase it down and make the catch for the first out here in the sixth inning. So one away, Andy Ambrose, who's 0 for 2, coming to the plate. Trying for his first hit of the ball game. Andy coming into today's game batting .299 on the year. Swings at the first pitch, hits it out in the air towards right field. Hirschberger going back over his left shoulder will make the catch on the run. And 3 pitches, 2 outs, 2 away here in the sixth inning. And Alex Ballesteros, who's 0 for 2 as well, coming to the plate. Cougars swinging early and often here against Galvin, especially now with a 2-run lead after the 3-run home run from Mikey Kane. They've opened it up a little bit more. Kind of a change of pace from COC, who's usually a team that takes a few more pitches, tries to work a few more walks. But trying to attack here against the lefty in the 6th, late in his outing, as the first pitch, a breaking ball that bites late and is over for a strike, makes it 0-1 to Ballesteros. For Galvin this year, his longest outing of the season, 6 or 7 innings against Citrus, had a 7-inning game against Antelope Valley as well. Trying to approach that here. As this one hit on the ground to the left side, out past a diving Sanchez into left field for a base hit, a 2-out single for Alex Ballesteros. And the Cougars with a base runner on here in the 6th inning for Alex Garcia.
Number 31, catcher Alex Garcia.
Garcia 1 for 2, scored in the 5th after the 1-out single. Came around on the 3-run home run for Mikey Kane. Garcia for that single in the last inning was just his first hit of the series. Was 0 for his first 6. And was taken away or robbed of a base hit back in the 2nd inning on a ball that actually went off of Galvin's glove right to the shortstop Sanchez. The old 1-6-3 single out at first base to end the inning. As that pitch over for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Garcia this year, just 6 hits on the season now. But again, limited opportunities, is really coming to take over behind the plate since March 17th. This is his 7th straight start. Started the game on March 18th against LA Mission College, went 2 for 4 and has been in the lineup ever since. So even the count 2-1 here. Facing Galvin here in the 6th. Cougars set down Scott Bauman after the 6th inning from Kyle Kopp, so it looks like Kyle Kopp might go back out for the 7th. We'll wait and see, as Garcia just waves at one and fights it off into the screen straight back. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Matt, and Kopp's been tremendous so far today and has set down 4 consecutive Wildcats. You'll ride him as long as you can and try to save that bullpen for another day.
So the Cougars a big series next week back here, starting at home on Tuesday against Glendale College, who right now leads the Western States South Conference, is undefeated so far. And that could be a series that determines who gets first in the conference this year. The Cougars right now in 2nd, 4 games back, as Garcia fooled on that pitch. Waved at one that was up over his eyes, set down on strikes. 3rd strikeout of the game for Galvin. We head to the 7th inning. Cougars with a 4-2 lead here from Cougar Field.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Seventh inning we go. Kyle Kopp back out on the rubber. He'll face Gonzalez, Soto, and Nakaza, the scheduled hitters for West Los Angeles. Cougars with a 4-2 lead. LA Valley 2 in the second, and that's been it. Been held off the board. 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Cougars 4 runs, 7 hits, and an error in the ball game. 1 in the third, 3 in the
To the
fifth.
top of the seventh, leading off for the Wildcats, number 31, catcher Fernando Gonzalez.
As here's Gonzalez, doubled home a couple of runs back in the second inning. The only 2 runs batted in for West LA today, coming off of his bat, trying to lead things off here. Gonzalez now just 4 hits on the year. That was his first double, and his first 2 runs batted in of the season back in the second inning as he takes the first pitch down and away from Kyle Kopp. And once again, Scott Baumann back up in the bullpen, loosening up just in case Kyle Kopp finds himself in trouble.
And Gonzalez doing a nice job filling in for the typical catcher, Noah Matsumoto, who is the leading hitter for West Los Angeles. Getting a break here today.
So this one fouled off to the right. Evens the count at 1-1 strike. Remember, Baumann for the Cougars, who's in the bullpen right now, went 3 1/3 the other day and was solid in relief, striking out 6, walking 3, giving up 6 hits and a run. Certainly had West LA fooled for a bit the other day at times. As this one popped out into right and foul territory, running over and making a diving catch is Ryan Camacho for the first out here the 7th inning. So a slick play from Camacho in foul ground for the first out will bring up Johnny Soto. And Matt, that's a good play from the right fielder, good awareness of where he is on the field, knowing he can leave his feet, and if he misses the ball, it's just a strike and nothing else. Dives and makes the catch to get an out and help his pitcher out.
It's just going to go down as an F9, but that was a tremendous play there by Camacho. He had to cover a lot of ground, went deep into foul territory to make that diving catch.
So here's Soto, struck out and grounded out, 0 for 2 today. Soto getting the start at second base today. So we are in the 7th. Cougars with a 2-run lead. Trailed all the way into the 5th as this one, a 2-hopper to Ambrose. The throw low to first base, dug out by Doyle Kane at first for the second out here of the 7th inning.
Number 10.
So 2 down, and it'll bring in Nakaza back to the plate, who's 1 for 3. It's the second time today Andy's had some trouble on the throw. One was an error back in the 4th inning that the Cougars actually got bailed out on as Danny Gill trying to take third over slid the third base bag and was tagged out by Andy Ambrose. That one down low as well, but this time Doyle Kane able to come up with it. Maybe too much time. As both those times he had the ball well in hand. Is that one over for a strike to Nakaza?
Kopp doing a great job and been working ahead in the count all afternoon. Has retired 13 of the last 14 Wildcats to come to the plate. Really in a groove right now.
So this one popped up foul. Nothing in 2 here to Nakaza.
And a chance for back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings here.
Kopp so far out off of his longest outing of the season, which came last week on Saturday against Antelope Valley. Misses that pitch up. Went 6 against Rio Hondo way back in February. After early in the year, he wasn't really slated as a starter. He came in actually kind of as a reliever against Saddleback. Went 2/3 of an inning. Gave up a run. Then went 2/3 of an inning in his first start of the season against Orange Coast and gave up 6 runs on 7 hits in the first inning. It was kind of a rough start to the year for him. Got that start against Rio Hondo, started 3 straight. Came in against Cypress from the bullpen and now has started 4 straight games. In games he's appeared in, trying to settle up back-to-back wins, and would actually be his 3rd win in his last 5 appearances. Nakasa waits on the 1-2. Kopp delivers, misses away. Evens at 2-2. Garcia kind of backhands that one as he makes the catch, and I think if he turns his glove over and kind of tries to frame it back up into the zone a little bit more, he might get a strike call, but instead it looks like it's outside the zone, and they're leaving it 2-2. And Kopp's got some late movement on that fastball, throwing a 2-seamer today, kind of moving towards his arm side after the release. 2-2 pitch, that time a breaking ball that misses away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 away, so the payoff pitch upcoming.
And if you're Kopp here, you want to throw your best pitch. You don't want to get too cute with it. 2 outs, 2 back-to-back innings of 1, 2, 3 on the line here. Should go right after Nakasa here.
Little game within the game as Nakasa calls time at the plate once again. Kopp taking too long up on the rubber. So 3-2 count, waiting on the payoff pitch. 2 away here in the 7th inning. Kopp walks him after he had him with 2 strikes. Lets Nakasa off the hook. 3rd walk of the game issued by Kyle Kopp. That'll bring Jesus Sanchez, who's 1 for 3 today. Singled, struck out, and popped out to first base. Kopp in the ball game, 6 strikeouts in the ball game. Has been pretty solid today in terms of finding the strikeout when it's been there. See if Nakasa takes off at all. West LA tries to press their luck a little bit. First pitch, a breaking ball over for a called strike. 0-1 as Kopp gets himself ahead here to Sanchez.
Yeah, Matt, and other than those 2 ringing doubles from West Los Angeles in the 2nd inning, not a whole lot of hard contact off of Kopp. He's been pitching to it, he's been trusting his defense, and they've been equal to the task this afternoon.
Nakasa stays put. Sanchez swings through a fastball in the outer half, makes it 0-2. That's a good fastball that time. Up in the zone from Kopp, little late cut on it maybe, and gets Sanchez to swing and miss.
And we've talked about it in both of our broadcasts, a free swinging West Los Angeles team here.
This one fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again. Sanchez waiting on the 0-2. Nakasa leading away from first with a 2-out walk. Kopp delivers, and this one hit in the air towards left field and deep. Hensley giving chase. Will not get there as it banks off the base of the wall. Hensley picks it up on one hop and makes a strong throw in, and it keeps Nakasa from scoring from first base. It's a 2-out double, though, from Sanchez on a 2-strike pitch. And West LA with 2 runners in scoring position here in the 7th. And Hirschberger coming to the plate.
Right fielder Kai Hirschberger.
And that might do it for Kopp, who got into some 2-out trouble here.
Credit Taft and Hensley gave chase to that pitch pretty well. Picked it up, it hit off the base of the wall, hopped right up into him, and he made a strong throw in, and that maybe saves a run. As Nakasa can't score, Kopp is done as Chris Cota out to grab the baseball. Scott Bauman will come in to take over. We'll take a break here in the 7th inning. 2 on, 2 out for West LA here from Cougar Field.
I love emergency medicine. You're there at these people's worst time of their life, and you're there to make it a little bit better.
The EMT program at COC is a 1-semester program. Over the course of it, the EMT students will learn the textbook knowledge they need, practical hands-on skills that they're going to need working out on an ambulance or in a hospital or whatever setting they decide to work.
People are constantly hiring. There's always a need for first responders. When I graduated from this program, I got a job within a month.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion, obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Scott Bauman in to take over for Kyle Kopp in the 7th inning with 2 runners on. So Kopp goes 6 2/3, gives up 7 hits, walked 3, struck out 6. We cannot fully close the book on him yet as the 2 runners out there, his responsibility. And Scott Bauman, the freshman out of Stevenson Ranch, California, went to West Ranch High School, will try and come in and clean up the rest of this 7th inning. Bauman in game 1 went 3 1/3, gave up 4 hits, a run. With 3 walks and 6 strikeouts in the ball game. So far this year for Bauman, a 10.29 ERA, is 0 for 3. This will be his 11th appearance of the year, but has gotten stronger as the season has gone on for COC. Has been a reliable hand out of the bullpen. Did have a rough one against Antelope Valley in 2/3 of an inning and gave up 5 runs on March 24th, but since then has held the opposition under 3 runs or less in each of his 4 of his last 5 appearances. We'll try and do the same here as he works against Kai Hirschberger, who's 0 for 2, grounded into a fielder's choice, struck out, and walked. First pitch to Hirschberger, swung on and missed. Bauman with a fastball that time over. 0-1. Josh Yost, fan out in the bullpen, getting loose. Cougars taking no chances right now in this one, trying to lock down a 4th straight win. And we get themselves to 4 games above 500 as this one hit out into right field for a base hit. That'll bring home the tying run from second base in Sanchez, as scoring from 3rd on the hit was Nakaza. And the inherited runners both come in, so it's a 4-all game. That's a 2 RBI single from Kai Hirschberger here in the 7th.
Number 45, 3rd baseman George Eves.
Gonna bring George Eves to the plate, so Bauman just a little bit too much of the plate that time. Hirschberger drives home 2 as Sanchez and Nakaza both score. That's 4-all here in the 7th. So a brand new ball game, and it's gonna be a short one now. Just 2.5 remaining. And Eves ahead in the count with a runner at second base. So first pitch from Bauman missed.
And Chris Cota trying to use the same formula that worked for him on Tuesday, going to Bauman in relief. But unfortunately, Bauman unable to strand the inherited runners like he was able to on Tuesday.
Breaking ball misses, and he's behind here to Eves. 2 balls, no strikes. Eves a single in the 3rd, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Eves sharply singles out into left field for a base hit. And then it gets under the glove of Taflin Hensley and goes back to the wall. Eves rounding second will stay at second base. So it's a single, an RBI hit for Eves, who advances to second on the air in West LA with a 5-4 lead, now 3 runs in the 7th inning.
Well, Eves has shown it all series, the ability to hit the ball where it's pitched. He went to left field, he's went to right field. That one just a 2-hop single into left field. And I think Tafton Hensley was trying to time the hop so he could get some little oomph on his throw to the plate, but just maybe focused too much on the runner rounding third and not picking up the baseball, and it gets under his glove into the wall.
So that'll end the day for Kyle Kopp. Goes 2 batters, gives up 2 hits, allows 1 run and 2 inherited runners to score. And Josh Yosfan will come in to try and close out the rest of the 7th inning with the Cougars now trailing by a run. Have the full change for you when we come back.
The new media journalism program focuses on hands-on training for up-and-coming multimedia journalists.
We do shows every 2 weeks, and students put together their own stories. They go out and shoot them, they do the voiceover, they edit them together. It's a really, really cool hands-on experience.
If you want to dive right into the world of journalism, this is the only place to do it.
If our turkey had a resume, it would say it's 99% fat-free, filler-free, and raised without antibiotics. But our turkey already has its dream job at Jersey Mike's. Premium meat makes a sub above.
So Josh Yosfan will come in to try and finish out the 7th after Scott Bauman could not. Cougars find themselves back behind by a run. So rough outing for Bauman, and Yosfan instead will take the ball. Josh went 2/3 of an inning, struck out 2 on Tuesday. Has a 4.19 ERA in 14 appearances this season. He's given up 31 hits, but just 19 runs, 30 strikeouts, and 10 walks. And he'll face Estrada here in the 7th inning. Estrada doubled back in the 2nd, and that's been it. 1 for 3. Faces the lively arm of Yosfan here. As we said, 30 strikeouts on the season, just 10 walks. So a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, but the first pitch misses down and in.
And tough inning for the Cougars, as Kopp started by retiring the first 2 batters and then gave in on Nikaza and walked him after starting him 0-2, and that's really how this whole inning kind of unraveled after that walk.
Got the double by Sanchez, the single by Hirschberger, and the single by Eves. So 3 straight batters to the plate, 3 straight hits. West LA finds itself with a 5-4 lead as this one popped up in foul ground. Could be playable for Doyle Kane back behind the dugout. Will make the catch, and that will end the inning. Foul ground here at Cougar Field is wide, and that one was actually kind of near the bullpen, which is in play behind the first base dugout. Kane makes the play. That'll end the inning. So Yosfan does his job, gets an out to end the inning. But the Cougars find themselves trailing 5-4 as it's stretch time here from Cougar Field.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Jovan Camacho, Ryan Camacho, Mikey Kane, the scheduled hitters, as Galvin pitches into the 7th inning here for West Los Angeles. Cougars trying to flip the script and do the same thing to West LA as they did to Kyle Kopp. And the top half of the 7th inning is Galvin into the 7th.
Really mad how the tides turned Looked like the Cougars had Galvin on the ropes after the 3-run bomb from Mikey Kane, while Kyle Kopp was cruising. And now the exact opposite has happened as Kopp is knocked out and Galvin works into the 7th.
First pitch to Camacho over for a strike. Jovan 0 for 2, popped up to left field both times. Certainly like to start things off right here in the 7th inning, but a one-hopper to the third baseman Gallegos. One away here in the 7th.
Number 2.
That'll bring in Ryan Camacho. Camacho solo home run in the 3rd, walked and scored on the 3-run home run from Mikey Kane in the 6th. So it's been Camacho and Kane that have done the damage today for COC. This first pitch from Galvin misses away. West LA seems to be comfortable with Alexander Galvin. Nobody really up working, kind of just saying, this is your inning, go get it. As we are in the 7th. 1-0 pitch, a fastball that's called for a strike. Good job by Gonzalez behind the dish to help out and get the strike call. Looked like it might have been up and outside, but instead we're even at 1-1.
Well, for Galvin, it's been the long ball that's really bitten him here. The Cougars runs all scoring by virtue of home runs. Other than that, just 5 other hits, all singles from the College of the Canyons lineup.
As Camacho swings and misses on a changeup down and away. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes as the 1-2 pitch misses away, evens the count at 2-2.
And if you're Chris Cota and College of the Canyons, you got to imagine they're pulling out all the stops to try to complete this sweep of a very vulnerable West LA team. Cougars on a big streak right now with a big conference matchup with the first place Glendale Vaqueros coming up this week.
This one hit towards the first baseman Gallegos, who scoops it up, pitches to first. Galvin over to cover, makes the play, 2 down. You're absolutely right, Matt. Big series coming up. Cougars find themselves 4 games back of first, so you would need your wins against Glendale and some help from somebody else to try and win the conference at the moment. Certainly not out of reach. Just a couple of weeks left in the season. As Mikey Kane comes up, extended his hitting streak to 16 games with the 3-run home run back in the 6th inning, or the 5th inning, sorry. Three straight games with a home run for Mikey. As he takes the first pitch down and away. That one down. Galvin being very careful here with Kane. First 2 pitches down in the zone. Mikey went down and got the pitch down in the zone for the 3-run home run. It was really pretty decently located pitch from Galvin, and Mikey just did a better job lifting it out to left field and with enough on it to get it to leave the park. This one hit in the air, out into left, charging in and making the catch is Nakaza as he slides. And a 1-2-3 inning for Galvin here in the 7th. The Cougars go quietly. We head to the 8th inning and a 1-run ball game here from Cougar Field.
COC's fire technology program goes beyond putting out fires.
Our goal here is to provide our students with a competitive advantage in the hiring process.
It was life-changing for me, and it's exactly what I want to do. It's exactly where I want to be, and it's outside of my comfort zone, and it will be outside of your comfort zone, but you just got to do it. You just got to go all in and just full send and do it.
If our turkey had a resume, it would say it's 99% fat-free, filler-free, and raised without antibiotics. But our turkey already has its dream job at Jersey Mike's. premium meat makes a sub above.
Gallegos, Gill, and Gonzalez, the scheduled hitters for West LA here in the 8th inning. Cougars could use a quick inning from Josh Yosfan here.
Yes, we could have. It's okay.
To
We
the
don't
top
blame
of the
you.
8th, leading off for West Los Angeles, number 20.
We don't blame you.
Gallegos today, a walk. It's popped out and grounded out. Takes a strike. It's 1-1.
Let's face it, Chad. Nobody cares about this one anyway. They care about the other one.
That one over for a strike. Yosfan ahead in the count, 1-2. Josh, lots of late life to that fastball. Same as kind of what Kyle Kopp was working with, that two-seamer that has some late break back towards a left-handed hitter. As he sets down Gallegos, who looked very confused at what pitch was coming. It was a fastball right down to the heart of the plate, and Gallegos just half-hearted swing late.
Center fielder Danny Gill.
Maybe got fooled there. First strikeout of the day for Kopp. One away here in the 8th inning. Or excuse me, for Yosfan. One away here in the 8th inning as Danny Gill comes to the plate. And again, for Yosfan, really it's fastballs. That's what he works off of. He works off the fastball. He does it well, and he's just pumping pitches over the strike zone right now. Stands on the third base side of the rubber. Comes with a breaking ball that's hit in the air towards left field. Hensley has to go back on it, and it goes off of his glove and falls in. So Gill reaching on the air. As Hensley, kind of a late break on it.
Number 31, catcher Fernando Gonzalez.
Yeah, Matt, he kind of moseyed over to that one in left center field and maybe didn't think it was going to carry as deep as it did. Ideally, as an outfielder, you want to get to that spot fast and then maybe find the wall or the warning track in your whereabouts. But Hensley kind of sluggishly was making his way over to that one, and maybe the reason why it hit off his glove.
Yeah, did not get a great jump on it. Maybe just, I mean, we talked about the sky maybe playing a factor. That could have been it as well. Thought the ball was in one place, and it turns out it was in somewhere else. And it wasn't like it was hit particularly hard. It was definitely playable out in left center field. But Gill on with the two-base error. And now Fernando Gonzalez, who doubled home 2 runs in the second inning, is 1 for 3 standing in, facing Yosfan, who has to work out of the stretch now. This one hit right at Mikey Kane, a 2-hopper who'll pick it up. Double clutch, throws it over to first in plenty of time. 2 away here in the 8th inning. It's a good pitch by Yosfan that time. And it'll bring Johnny Soto to the plate.
Number 8, second baseman.
With 2 down and a runner on second base. Nice big candy hop on that last one from Gonzalez to Mikey Kane, who had all sorts of time.
Yosfan, as we see him do so often, just working ahead in the count, pouring in that first pitch fastball for the strike.
And he works quick, too. Doesn't take a lot of time up there. Kind of gets back into motion pretty quickly. Comes with a breaking ball over the inside part of the plate, but just missed. Looked pretty good to me, but
I think he wanted that call.
yeah, I wanted that call, to be quite honest. Even the count at 1-1 looked pretty solid to me, but only guy's opinion that matters is the one behind the dish in the black shirt. So we even the count at 1-1 strike. Soto was back in the box, but actually backed off, and I wonder if the random helicopter flying overhead maybe had something to do with it. Well, we don't get that a lot here at College of the Canyons, unless there's a fire, and today is certainly not fire weather. As this one blooped out into foul ground in right field, and it'll bring Soto back to the plate. No, 1-2 strike count. I mean, about the only time we ever hear something like that is if there is a fire. And certainly today, not fire weather, not even 70 degrees and cloudy. Yeah, Brennan Moskal over here, our statistician, talking about next Tuesday it'll be 90 degrees, so we might hear that on Tuesday. That's fire season. We've kind of been waiting on that big one. Is that one called strike 3 on the inside corner? Second strikeout of the inning for Yosfan as he faces 4 batters, retires 3 of them. Gill stranded at second base after reaching on the air. We head to the home half of the 8th inning. Still a 1-run ball game. West LA leading 5-4.
COC's fire technology program goes beyond putting out fires.
Our goal here is to provide our students with a competitive advantage in the hiring process.
It was life-changing for me, and it's exactly what I want to do. It's exactly where I want to be, and it's outside of my comfort zone, and it will be outside of your comfort zone, but you just got to do it. You just got to go all in and just full send and do it.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Bottom of the 8th we go. Doyle Kane, Tafton Hensley, DJ Cougar scheduled for College of the Canyons as Galvin out into the 8th. And why not with a 5-4 lead now? Has some extra room to work. So first pitch to Doyle Kane misses down. Doyle singled in the 5th, flew out to left field twice, 1 for 3. Cougars have not had the leadoff runner aboard since the first inning in the ball game. As Kane hits this one in the air to right field. Going back after a late break was Hirschberger able to make the catch. First out here of the 8th inning. And so again, COC unable to get the leadoff runner on. Ryan Camacho, the leadoff hitter in the ball game, the only leadoff hitter to reach base for COC today. As Ambriz set down in the 2nd, Jovan set down in the 3rd, Tafton set down in the 4th. Ballesteros has had a chance in the 5th, no good. In the 6th, it was DJ Cougar. In the 7th, it was Jovan Camacho again, and here in the 8th, Doyle Kane down. So with one away, Tafton Hensley at the plate, who singled back in the first inning and has struck out in his last 2 at-bats against Galvin, stepping in. Hensley pops it up on the infield. Playable for the second baseman, Soto. Calling for it will make the catch. just in shallow right field. 2 down.
Number 11, designated hitter, DJ Cougar.
Bring us to the DH, DJ Cougar. 0 for 3 today, 3 flyouts, 1 to right, 2 to center.
The Cougars running out of outs here to work with and getting toward the bottom of their lineup. We'll have to get something going here quickly.
First pitch misses down to Cougar. 1 ball, no strikes.
We saw in the 8th inning on Tuesday when the Cougars rallied to score a couple of runs and take the lead. Putting the ball in play was crucial in making the Wildcats throw the ball around the field and make the play, and they were unable to do so.
Yeah, and you need base runners now, down to your final 4 outs of the ball game. Cougar gives this one a ride out into left field. Going back is Nakaza, back to the wall. He will not get it. It is gone. A solo home run for DJ Cougar. His first of the year, and the Cougars have tied the game at 5 here in the 8th inning. Third home run of the ball game for COC. Second solo job of the day. And the first of the year for DJ Cougar, and it comes at a perfect time to tie it up at 5.
Number 15, third baseman, Andy Ambrose.
Cougar just going with that fastball on the inside part of the plate, pulling it into left field just below the scoreboard. Not quite a Mikey Kane home run, which went over that scoreboard and left, but it'll do the trick just as much.
So we're tied up at 5 here in the 8th inning, and with 2 away, Andy Ambrose at the plate. And he hits this one in the air to right field. Going to be a long run for Hirschberger, trying to give chase. He will not get there. A home run for Andy Ambrose. Back-to-back jacks for the Cougars, and they take a 6-5 lead. So the solo shot doing damage here in the 8th inning against Galvin. Cougar with his first of the year. Ambrose with his third of the year. 1 to left, 1 to right, and COC back out in front.
Oh, Matt, and just like when it was looking like things were not going so well for the Cougars, 2 home runs breathe some life into the lineup and gives them the lead.
On 2 swings of the bat, really, as Cougar gives one a ride to left field that leaves, and on the very next pitch from Galvin, Ambrose takes it to right field and gets it to fall over the right field fence out of the reach of Hirschberger, who, if you look where Hirschberger is currently standing, you can kind of see him. It's a little speck out there. If you look at the middle 2 poles just off to the right on your screen, that's where he was playing, and that ball was well down the right field line. A tough play. Never really gave himself a chance to get to the ball, and Amber is maybe scraping the back of the wall on the way down with the home run, but it doesn't matter. It goes out, and it gives the Cougars a 6-5 lead. And so Galvin, they get a visit out to the mound to talk to Galvin, and it'll bring in Ballesteros, who swings at the first pitch, grounds it towards Eves, who boots it, and Ballesteros going to reach on the air. Eves gave it a late throw but couldn't get there. Ballesteros reaches, so the Cougars with a little 2-out rally here in the 8th inning. Back-to-back home runs. Ballesteros reaches on the air, and now Alex Garcia, who's 1 for 3, comes to the plate.
Wheels falling off here for West Los Angeles with 2 outs in the 8th inning.
Ballesteros kind of slowed up after the ground ball. Thought Eves was going to pick it up cleanly, and I think lucky to get down to first base there. As the throw was close even after Eves had to search around for the ball. First pitch from Galvin down to Garcia. Second pitch misses down as well, makes it 2 balls and no strikes. So the Cougars with a 6-5 lead came into the inning trailing 5-4 after a 3-run 7th inning from West LA. But you get back-to-back home runs from Cougar and Ambrose on 2 pitches. And now an error by Eves to put Ballesteros at first. Garcia took a good hack at a 2-0 pitch and fouled it straight back. This one hit out in the air in foul territory. That's going to get down. Hirschberger not even going to try and give chase. I think Hirschberger took 4 steps and just went, no, I'm never going to get there, so let's save the energy.
Well, 2 games here at Cougar Field this week. He knows how much foul territory there is.
A lot of it.
Conserve energy.
Yeah. We've seen Doyle Kane make a catch behind the first base dugout. We've seen Ryan Camacho catch one 15 steps into foul ground for the Cougars today as Garcia hits this one on the ground, but a one-hopper to Sanchez. Picks it up, pitches the second, retires Ballesteros. So Garcia grounds into an inning-ending fielder's choice, but the Cougars got 2 in the 8th inning off back-to-back home runs from DJ Cougar and Andy Ambrose. We go to the 9th in a 1-run ball game here from Cougar Field.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
So we go to the 9th inning now. It'll be the top of the order for West Los Angeles to face Josh Yosfan. It'll be Nakasa, Sanchez, and Hirschberger here in the 9th.
To the top of the 9th, leading off for the Wildcats.
And if you're COC and Chris Cota, you've got the arm you want on the bump right now. As Yosfan went 2/3 of an inning, didn't give up so much as really contact on Tuesday. Got what should have been 3 quick outs in the 8th inning, if not for the error from Taft and Hensley. And the first pitch to Nakaza, a huge hack, and he swings and misses behind in the count, 0-1.
That power fastball from Yosfan still at work here for him.
This one popped up into shallow left center field. That one's going to get down in between 3 Cougar fielders. And the first hit Yosfan has given up in 2 games against West LA. It's a bloop single out into left center field for Nakaza. And the leadoff runner aboard here for West Los Angeles in the 9th. As it'll bring Jesus Sanchez, who doubled back in the 7th inning. It's 2 for 4 today to the plate.
And nothing anyone could really do about that one. Just fell in no man's land. A little Bermuda triangle between Taft and Hensley, Jovan Camacho, and Mikey Kane, who was going out there. Really nobody had a good beat on that one, and to nobody's fault.
So line drive in the scorebook for Nakaza. First pitch swinging from Sanchez, fouls it straight back. So Nakaza aboard. Yosfan working now with traffic on for the 2nd straight inning after Gill reached on the air in the 8th. And Yosfan throws this one away, trying the quick move over to get Nakaza, and the tying run trying to head to 3rd. The Cougars not going to be able to do anything about it. Nakaza all the way around to 3rd base off the error from Yosfan. And now a fly ball from Sanchez ties it up, or potentially ties it up. So the 4th error in the ballgame on COC is an errant pickoff play. And the tying run now just 90 feet away for Sanchez. And I know Yosfan just trying to keep Nakaza close there. But with how well he's done against the hitters, I would think he just kind of just ask him to go after the guys at the plate.
Yeah, attack.
So this one fouled back. Makes it 0-2 here to Sanchez.
And Yosfan's stuff is so good, and he's shown the ability to get through this Wildcats lineup that, yeah, I tend to agree with you. Just go after the batter. Forget about the runner on first. Don't worry about keeping him too close, and just try to get some outs.
Cougars actually bring the infield in here now with 2 strikes on Sanchez, and that pitch nearly hits him. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Interesting here that the infield in. So Chris Cota gambling, saying we're going to take away that run at the plate on a ground ball here instead of letting it tie and just picking up an out and trying to take their chances in the ninth.
I like it, Matt. I like them bringing him in, try to cut down that runner between third and home, maybe even get him in a rundown if he misjudges it, Nakaza on third.
So that one just misses on the inside. I think if Garcia maybe holds on to it and can frame it up, might get a strike there. Makes the count 2-2. So we look at Yosfan, 3 wild pitches on the season, as we'll check it with the runner on third.
And he needs to settle down. He's showing some frustration out there. He just kind of whipped his glove when he was throwing the ball back from Garcia. He's definitely a little rattled right now. He needs to bear down now.
Xavier Stoker out in the bullpen getting loose for COC. 2-2 count here to Sanchez. Hit in the air towards center field. Camacho charging in. Won't get there as it'll get down for a base hit. And the game is tied at 6. Here in the 9th inning on an RBI single from Sanchez. Back-to-back hits on softly hit balls to the outfield. And we are tied at 6, and Ryan Paramo going to pop his head out of the dugout to go talk to Josh Yosfan here in the 6th inning. So Paramo out to talk to Yosfan, try and settle him down. He's got hands on both of his shoulders to try and talk him down a little bit from the intensity. And I mean, outside of the errant pickoff play, I mean, he has not allowed hard contact at all. 2 bloop singles that end up scoring a run because of the error, and that's been it. Now he faces Hirschberger here. So we look ahead for the Cougars. The good news is Jovan Camacho, Ryan Camacho, Mikey Kane, the scheduled hitters for COC into the 9th. So we're all of a sudden tied at 6 now. And you ask Yosfan still to work here in the 9th inning after giving up a run on 2 softly hit singles, but they got the job done. It's Hirschberger showing bunt. Bunts it right back to the pitcher's mound. Yosfan, the only one going to be able to make the play, fires a strike to first for the first out of the inning.
Nicely done by Yosfan. That's a tough play for a left-handed pitcher because his back is turned toward the first base. So he has to actually completely spin around to make the throw. Does a good job there to retire Hirschberger.
Here comes Eves, singled and drove home a run in the 7th inning. It was actually the go-ahead run in the 7th inning. Part of that 3-run inning for West Los Angeles. And now has the go-ahead run out at second base right now. In Sanchez with 1 away. First pitch from Yosfan over for a strike.
Matt, you said how Yosfan hasn't really given up any hard contact. Sometimes as a pitcher, that's even more frustrating because you didn't exactly get beat. You just kind of got a little luck from the other side.
This one hit back up the middle by Esteros. Kicks it as it was right at the second base bag. And so reaching on an error is Eves. 5th error in the ball game by COC, and runners now on the corners with 1 away. And the defense not helping right now.
Number 21, designated hitter, Kobe.
Tough play there for Ballesteros. He's right in front of the second base bag, had to judge if that ball was going to hit the bag or if he should come in and play it in front. So a difficult play, but nonetheless.
I think you're right. The hesitation there at the bag instead of charging, trying to pick it up on a good hop. Gets it to kick off his body and over to the right, or to his right. Josvan again trying with that quick move. That's the one that got him in trouble the last time. He's still pretty fired up out there on the rubber. Runners on the corners here. Eves at first, Sanchez at third. First pitch to Estrada, who's doubled back in the second, and that's been it. 1 for 4 is over for a called strike. Go ahead run at third base for West Los Angeles. They tied the game on 2 bloop singles and an error. Actually, that got Chris Cota to pop his head out of the dugout and kind of talk to Josh Josvan and say, hey, focus on the guy at the plate. Let's get that out. As he's very concerned with Estrada, who's not much of a threat to run, has not moved as far as we can tell at all this year on the bases.
It's actually Eves.
Eves, sorry, thank you. Yeah, Eves has not tried a stolen base yet this year. Yeah, I think that's what Chris Cota is trying to say to Josh Josvan is let's go get Estrada at the plate. So he's ahead in the count, 0-2. And he hits Estrada in the back. So the wheels falling off for the Cougars now here in the 8th inning as the base is loaded full of West LA Wildcats with 1 away. I think they're going to hit for Tristan Gallegos here. Instead of having the lefty face Josvan. They're going to ask Juan Jacobo to come in and hit. He was sent down on strikes by Josvan on Tuesday. Chris Cota marching out to the mound, and that might end the day for Josvan here. And Cota will take the ball, and that will do it. Looks like Xavier Stoker going to make his way in with the bases loaded and 1 away in the 9th inning. In a 6-6 ball game, we'll step aside for a second. Come back just a moment here on the Cougar Sports Network.
The restaurant and hotel business is the 2nd largest industry in the state of California. Opportunities in such a vibrant career are a click away at College of the Canyons.
It teaches you how to work with people, how to motivate people, how to manage people, how to lead people. And those qualities are so in demand in whatever industry we choose to go into.
COC can get you started on a journey into hotel and restaurant management today.
If our turkey had a resume, it would say it's 99% fat-free, filler-free, and raised without antibiotics. But our turkey already has its dream job at Jersey Mike's. Premium meat makes a sub above.
So it'll be Xavier Stoker to take over here in the 9th inning. Bases loaded for West Los Angeles. Stoker this year, a 7.5 ERA and 18 appearances. Opposing hitters hitting .290 against him. As he'll face a Kobo here, who's batting a .167 on the season, just 5 for 30. This will be his second at-bat of the series here. Struck out in his only at-bat on Tuesday. And so Stoker with one away and the bases loaded. Pressed into some heavy service now. Corners in for the Cougars. Middle infield and double play depth. The errors have hurt COC here in the 9th inning as this one lifted in foul ground off to the right, and Camacho not going to get there, and probably smartly not going to get there anyways. He kind of pulled up about halfway. So no balls and one strike. Good pitch that time from Stoker on the first pitch. See if he can maybe induce a ground ball here from Akobo. Instead overthrows and misses away. Evens the count at 1-1. Stoker with runners at third base this year. 5 wild pitches, so we'll have to pay attention. Actually, we should rephrase that. Has 5 wild pitches, so we check that with a runner at third base. Has not necessarily had 5 wild pitches with runners at third base, but important to note. So it's a 1-1 count. As he throws that one back to the screen, and the go-ahead run scores from third for West LA. As it gets by Garcia. Sanchez scores from third, runners at second and third now. And the Cougars compounding errors here. They're going to run for Eves at third base here.
Your attention please, pinch running for Eves at third for West Los Angeles, number 50, Damian Johnson.
So pinch runner here for Eves. Damian Johnson running. Jacobo ahead in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike as Stoker after the first pitch that was fouled away. 2 down in the dirt. He's given up the go-ahead run. This one goes off of Jacobo, so it'll even the count at 2-2. And it actually takes away the double play ball here with 1 out. So the Cougars have opted to bring the infield in to try and take away the run at the plate as they now trail by a run 7-6. West LA with 2 runs here in the 9th inning. It started with the bloop single from Nakaza off Yosfan. Then Sanchez a bloop single after Yosfan made an errant pickoff play at first that scored Nakaza. Eves reached on an error. Estrada hit by a pitch and a wild pitch from Stoker. This one hit out in the air to right field. Shallow right for Camacho, who will make a step in, takes a strong throw. Relay throw from Kane, not in time. And scoring from third was Johnson. And West LA has taken a 2-run lead. A sacrifice fly ball from Jacobo.
Center fielder Danny Gill.
And it'll bring Danny Gill to the plate here in the 9th with 2 down. So a 3-run inning for West LA here in the 9th. And again, like we said, it kind of starts with just a couple of bloop singles and then the errors starting to compound. Error on Yosfan, error on Ballesteros, a hit batter, a wild pitch, and a sacrifice fly. Stoker now trying to get Gill, and the Cougars now chasing 2. Need to try and keep it right here. This one hit well in the air towards center field, but playable for Jovan Camacho, who's camped under, will make the catch. 3 runs across, though, for West LA in the 9th inning. We head to the last ups for COC. They trail 8-6 here from Cougar Field.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
So West LA with a 2-run lead sends Anthony Rubio to the mound here in the 9th inning. Picked up the loss on Tuesday as he went 2 1/3, gave up 4 runs on 3 hits, walked a pair. And he'll face Jovan Camacho, Ryan Camacho, and Mikey Kane. With a 2-run lead, West LA getting 3 in the 9th inning after the Cougars got 2 in the 8th.
Center fielder Jovan Camacho.
It's been a wild one so far. West LA with 2 in the 1st, Cougars with 1 in the 3rd. Then they got 3 in the 5th off the 3-run home run from Mikey Kane. West LA 3 in the 7th. Little 2-out rally for the Wildcats. Cougars with 2 in the 8th off back-to-back home runs from Cougar and Ambrose. But West LA not going away, right back with 3 runs just a few moments ago in the 9th to take an 8-6 lead as Camacho takes the first pitch for a strike. It's a good fastball from Rubio over the heart of the plate. 0-1. Rubio, the submariner, swings it out and misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rubio stands really low, kind of keeps his shoulders almost parallel to the ground, and then comes with the sidearm submarine pitch that's fouled away. Makes it a 1-ball, 2-strike count here to Camacho. Cougars chasing 2, trying to avoid a damaging loss here in the conference standings to a West LA team that's just 2-9 in conference play. As you have just 9 conference games left this year after today. 3 of those coming against Glendale next week. It's the 1-2 pitch again to Camacho. Hit in the air towards right center field and deep, way back, and that ball is gone. A solo home run for Jovan Camacho in the 9th, and the Cougars get 1 back for Camacho, his first home run of the year. And both the Camacho boys with home runs. It's the 5th home run of the ball game for COC.
Wow, Matt, I did not think it was hit that well. That ball was way out of here to right center field, at least 15 or 20 feet past the fence.
Hit it back towards the North Commons and Hasley Hall. Bounced off the walkway out there. And the Cougars are back within 1, and here's Ryan Camacho, who had a home run back in the 3rd, a solo one. And the long ball has done damage today for COC, and they find themselves trailing by a run with Camacho, Kane, and Kane set to face Rubio here. Good move on it by Jovan that time. Just got a pitch over the plate. And as you said, didn't think it was hit well enough to maybe get out, but boy, it got out in a hurry, and then Jovan sprinting around the bases, getting the Cougars right back up. As Ryan takes that pitch inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. I believe Mikey Kane had a home run against Rubio on Tuesday here at Cougar Field. Am I correct on that? I'll double check that now. So this one hit on the ground towards the shortstop, Sanchez. Camacho running hard is safe at first base on a low throw. An infield single for Ryan Camacho. And the Cougars with a runner on base here in the 9th inning, trailing by a run. After the home run from Jovan Camacho, the Camacho boys making things happen with a home run and an infield hit. Mikey Kane had a home run in the 5th, actually, against Henry Castillo, but now he hits against Rubio here with a runner on base. The tying run aboard. Mikey, a 16-game hitting streak, 1 for 4 today. Had a 3-run home run, shows bunt. Takes a strike as a ball comes trickling back behind the plate from the West Los Angeles bullpen.
Matt, I don't know if that's a call from the dugout, but I don't like it here. With Mikey Kane, hottest hitter in the lineup, 3 home runs in this series, let him swing away.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Mikey gonna give it a rip here and fouls this one up the third base line. Maybe it's just a, let's see if you can move him over on the first pitch, catch the defense sleeping. As you can see, the defense back right now, other than the first baseman in Gallegos. And yeah, you don't want to take the bat out of Mikey Kane's hands, but you are thinking if we got defense back, maybe Mikey puts one down the third base line and we've got 2 runners on with nobody out. Instead, he'll hit with 2 strikes here facing Rubio. And he's down on strikes and a good pitch on the inside. 1 away here in the 9th inning.
Well, Matt, going back to the first pitch bunt attempt, it essentially gives him a strike, takes 1 strike away from him to work with there. And having to cover both sides of the plate, swinging a pitch that typically you don't see Mikey swinging at, low in and down at his shins.
So 1 down, Doyle Kane stepping to the plate. Doyle with a single back in the 5th inning. Hits with a runner on here in Ryan Camacho. Cougars not really much of a stolen base threat as a unit. They don't try and steal a lot. Only I think like 11 stolen bases on the year. If I look at the numbers, it's not a high number at all. $12 actually in conference play, 18 on the season. So just like I said, not a lot of stolen bases, all things considered.
And now on that pickoff attempt, Doyle Kane showing his hand and showing bunt.
As he shows bunt but drags it back and takes the pitch away. That's the key to bunting right there. You make sure you bunt strikes. There's a lot of trouble players have had with that over the years, especially because bunting has kind of become a lost art. So Kane takes again, and he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. It's interesting maybe thinking we're going to try and bunt the first pitch if it's in the strike zone and move a runner over. Otherwise, we're going to let our guys at the plate do the work. It's an interesting strategy right now for the Cougars, and Kane has a hitter's count here at 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, I'll say this, I especially don't like it now with 1 out here. I didn't like it with Mikey Kane up, but I don't like it with Doyle Kane and 1 out up.
Doyle takes a strike, makes it 2-1. So the tying run at first, the go-ahead run at the plate after the solo home run from Jovan Camacho to open the inning for COC.
Matt, I'm just of the belief you have your 2, 3, 4 hitters, your best hitters in the lineup in Mikey and Doyle Kane and Taft and Hensley and even DJ Cougar and Andy Ambers that have went yard today. And I think you need to play for a few runs here and try to get 2 across and get the win.
This one misses away. Camacho in motion on the pitch, and he's down to second base with a stolen base. It's a 3-run count now to Doyle Kane, and now you've got the tying run in scoring position. And the Cougars, who have now stolen 13 bases in conference play, just 20 on the season. And for Ryan Camacho, who has used his legs here in the 9th, has his first stolen base of the season, had the infield single. Now finds himself in scoring position with 1 away. A 3-run count to Doyle Kane, and he fouls it off to the right. Make it 3-2.
And Matt, I think that was actually a delayed steal there by Ryan Camacho. He got a
there was no call break. Yeah, I was gonna say there was no call from anybody on the field that the runner was in motion, and I think that froze Gonzalez.
It looked like that. I think it caught West Los Angeles off guard a little bit.
Payoff pitch up coming here to Kane. And that one hits him in the leg. So the stolen base doesn't hurt, as it just puts runners on first and second anyway. As Kane gets hit. Now the go-ahead run at first here. Taft and Hensley coming to the plate. And a visit to the mound to talk to Rubio.
They're saying they're not giving him the button sign, for sure.
Now an opportunity for some redemption for Hensley. A few defensive miscues out in left field today. A great opportunity now to bring home the tying and potentially even game-winning run from first base here.
Well, you don't need anything big. You just need a base hit. Taft in a single back in the first. Camacho at second base, the tying run. Kane at first base, the go-ahead run. It's Rubio back up on the rubber after the meeting. First pitch, a fastball on the outer half that Hensley takes for a strike. It's a good take from Taft in that time, a pitch you can't do much with.
The right side of that infield is wide open with Soto really close behind the second base bag to keep Camacho close.
They're going to work away here to Hensley, and that pitch misses down and away, evens the count at 1-1. Hirschberger way off the right field line again. The center fielder, Gill, shaded towards left center. The left fielder, Nakaza, in normal depth right now, in normal, pretty much his normal spot. Wind has started to blow in a little bit from left field. Kind of swirling flags. As that pitch misses away, and it's a 2-1 count here to Hensley.
And that's why I bring up Soto so close to second base, keeping Camacho close, because they're pitching Taft and Hensley outside anyway on the outer part of the plate. And in a perfect world, he'd be able to go with the pitch to right field, which the entire right side of the infield is open.
So he waits on a 2-1 pitch, and that one misses way outside off the plate. And it's 3-1 here to Hensley, so now you're looking one spot, a pitch you can end the ball game with if you're Taft and Hensley. Otherwise, you lay off and see if the Cougars can pick up a couple with Cougar and Ambrose and one away. That was the pitch right there, and it just got in on his hands late. It's a 3-2 count with one away and runners on first and second. It's a pitcher's pitch from Rubio that time. A little late movement on the fastball up on the hands. As that one hits Hensley on the leg on the 3-2 pitch. So Rubio hits two batters and loads the bases up here in the ninth. And now you bring up DJ Cougar, who had the solo home run in the eighth inning to tie the game, with the go-ahead run out at second base for COC and one away. We'll see if West LA gonna make a pitching change here for Rubio, and it looks like they are. As the base is loaded here in the ninth inning, slow walk out to the mound. And that'll end the day for Rubio, so he leaves with the bases loaded. And we'll try and figure out who's taking over here. When we take a break, we'll come back and let you know from Cougar Field.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
So Henry Castillo going to take over here. Castillo pitched on Tuesday, went 5 innings, gave up just 6 hits, 2 runs and 1 earned. Going to try and close this one out with the bases loaded and 1 away, facing DJ Cougar and with the bases juiced full of Cougars here. Castillo a 6.11 ERA on the season. West LA throwing all their cards on the table, trying to pick up the win here. As here comes DJ Cougar with 1 away and the bases loaded. Cougar a solo home run in the 8th inning. Ambrose waits in the on-deck circle, had the go-ahead solo home run in the 8th inning, but the Cougars gave up 3 in the 9th, of course, and have picked up 1 here in the 9th. And threatening with 1 away. Been a heavy event ball game, a heavy event 9th inning. As Castillo delivers his first pitch, a breaking ball on the outside to Cougar, over for a strike. Base hit ties it, deep fly ball likely ties it with Camacho at 3rd. Base hit might end it too, as Doyle Kane does run pretty well out at 2nd base. Infield, corners in, middle infield at double play depth for West LA. A little bit of a gamble, I would say, for the Wildcats, trying to turn 2 up the middle and hope the game does not get tied. Hope they can end it on that ground ball, as it's a 1-1 count here to Cougar. DJ waits, takes that pitch away, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Good count here to hit in, 2-1. Castillo delivers and misses down. And so now if you're DJ Cougar, you're looking for 1 pitch that you can end the game on.
Really, a well-placed single could end this one, Matt. Something in the left center, right center, it's really all you need. You don't need to try to hit the cover off the ball here if you're DJ.
So 3-1 on the outer half for a strike. Little late movement back to the inside. Makes it 3-2 with 1 away. Bases loaded full of Cougars. And a 1-run ball game in the 9th inning. Payoff pitch upcoming. Castillo misses well outside, and he walks in the tying run as Cougar, taking all the way, didn't take his bat off his shoulder, and the Cougars have tied the game here in the 9th inning at 8-all, and the winning run at 3rd base, and Andy Ambrose coming to the plate. And they're going to run for Cougar at first. Rowan Turan going to run for DJ Cougar here, as the Cougars want to try and make it tough and stay out of a double play. As West LA stays with the infield at double play depth. So Ambrose at the plate, the winning run at 3rd base in an 8-8 ball game. As a base hit or a fly ball can put this one away for the Cougars, potentially. Outfield shallow, and they need to cut down a run at the plate on a base hit. Infield double play depth up the middle, corners in to try and take away the run at the plate. Ambrose takes the first pitch up and away from Castillo. And that pitch misses down, gets away from the catcher. Kane gonna try and score, and he does, and that's the ball game. The Cougars with 3 in the 9th. A solo home run from Jovan Camacho, a walk to DJ Cougar, and a wild pitch from Castillo to score Doyle Kane, and COC takes it 9-8 in a walk-off on a wild pitch. So So the Cougars pick up the sweep. They win all 3 against West LA. They keep themselves in the hunt for a conference title in a big series upcoming next week. Matt against Glendale. We'll have Tuesday for you here from Cougar Field. Final thoughts from you?
Huge win, 4 straight conference wins for the Cougars. They complete the sweep on a team that they probably should have done it. Came down to the wire, and now heading into a series with first place Glendale, feeling good about themselves.
Cougars take it 9-8 in a walk-off on a wild pitch to score Doyle Kane. And the Cougars, Xavier Stoker will pick up the win. Rubio picks up the loss, and the Cougars take the win. That'll do it for us here on a Saturday. We thank you for joining us. We hope to see you on Tuesday here on the Cougar Sports Network. COC taking on Glendale here from Cougar Field.
We thank you so much for coming. Hope you enjoyed.